abo Fakye Thursday when we are away JC as a Ricardo Vaz a home JC no white one no one and young guest near Madiba wabo modi abone African print and we near
so no scout no
over to the car so kind of one ya cabo ni aboa na nema koye pet me area finally the BBR did the Afram Puskás Arena on the 30th May. Arsenal against PSG. As it is officially Arsenal and Ababa be the home team. Now PSG are the away team. To Monaco, about the grand finale. It was the last time in your team there. Oko back-to-back final was under Zinedine Zidane out the Real Madrid for Eko yes age man. Ne Lucho, ex Celta Vigo, AS Roma, Barcelona coach Eri PSG asen akọ final. No game no dia ne den na hu after the game Bayern Munich supporters na ze niam abu omo gidi sa ankoye. Ya bere na ye di ho nkomo na niam adeda ye pe timi area ma. Na Thursday night football. E don so ya bere na ye de ho nsem na ba. Na nkomo abobo etimi ye de ba. Ya bere na ewramu no edoso pa. Timo adwenche number 0207543637. Obo etimi akasa fa no game no final na eba beto dwa 30th no eno zuro obetimi akasa etimi area found so 0207543637 na boana nema adeda ye pe etimi era maluta ndi ni ejane na krakra na kwan krakra di no abrabeko fie nyambo na otwi na ize chance yo tena ram Saturday na Sunday ram to etia na chi kakra ni nyina magina na me de wako amano ne Benas executive producer Gary boy chidom na read the voice eja camera echo ye adwuma msi akwa efia winky junior enafe Emmanuel Labi Akiola ne omo aka no aka aboma omo boa manema koye pere ma on Facebook Fakye TV o join wa like wa share wa comment on YouTube Fakye TV o join wa subscribe ne kama pa time video so fakyetvonline.com okwa mo be kinkan dodo na boa manema koye na merba fiera yaba we din come out on us still California happy with the squad ene baba beto dwa Ghana 22nd May yebebo Mexico yeguso prepare say World Cup no yebeko na yakwa ejuma Canada USA Mexico 2026 e yebere din come out the former vice president of the Ghana Football Association Uncle George Fakye etweche ne mabu on time fidie no so a emza no edempa ni na mo yebere na come back no Premier League matches course no ye de ewramu etimi area ma mema be yafo akwa ba ne enko enim ko vras bi amoko de
nyame adom kwaku DIABY na wonzo
menzo me won ye papa Madiba bibi a hye ye de
ojana dom me ho de kutade na wonzo
ozo won den ze de
kutade ne
okay
ala won kutade
odi ye won den ze kutade ne odi ye papa ere na mu everyday nyame be ni ade but you kwa amon but we need common kete what so special about your coaches na ene wo kroma na e so tam mo na de omo kototo amano na e de because nas we no ma video bi na ndi ho nkoma ansa na akofa amano ne nsem na ba yeze no asafa no uze me makato se me gidi bi another ponu man no ono na ono na de we calling Arsenal be she PSG omo de be fa no so sa goalkeeper
okay
odapo ni man ne ma bi na rade uze no na ojibo na wo share abobo no de kotru omo hwe no Facebook dia wunya hwe Madiba mo hwe ade ni ye pa o eno ojibo ni dia na watam obo na ekotru yezo obo no conscience almost there 80 times uni de dia no yeza Luis Enrique ne kache ne so ojibo na babi olisi da no omo kotru a omo to bo no players three baba betake olisi to ultimate twetwe is a no ahwe ya obo na man nsam na nyina no na ye dia Michael Lisi ni nyi hukra to ze we konlaila ojibo na uzo ma baba betwa hia o to pia bonzo maje na omo de ko sa
yawo communication director bia oka football team be hu okroma o si coaches impact on game 30% per me you see these things I am me pese me dwell so much on because I say kwa yes as nipa no da bia ka no asem lo ya safu du kwa asem na me kan He spoke to you now, your boss. Shaman Joe. Say Joe. We are saying you will be a channel. Or see impact of coaches on footballers in recent times. They say, according to research MON-FRI. When Timmy my research, you sample size and I keep it made in Kumu. But say 30% pay. And you know, we say, really go on yadio. Or one yard because you crew one. It tells you the difference between our way of thinking. Imagine yourself to any kind of company for share or round table. No one see your mobile of a coach. You think to make a team case, coach that is how you move in football. And you purely coaching. Yesterday, so what you want to see in possession, out of possession. Now, Paris Saint-Germain about 4-4-2, and the 4-4-2 was for a reason. Many a time, it was a Macron was a drift to call right war. Not nervous and answer Vitinha Bishim. You know why?
Because I once I am in Sheranye.
And no done China because of Bayern Munich for no pep pressing giddy pa. Now a cane any we shall never start inti. You may come whenever crowd. So what you say? And yes, I saw yam far a young conanim. Olisi, young Chini machine said we are on to me 1-on-1 with Mendes because last week he made useless of Mendes. Yesterday, he went to Manchester Edgemano.
But
purely to a start.
But it's never banana about it, but it seems as how we know we keep to perfection part of man. Luis Enrique.
Yeah, Kogomenas and Ricardo Esteban is not peculiar to only Rezavuduku.
Okay.
Yet, your Maya, we believe more in spirituality than the actual aspect of the game. In the a bit more say billions on outside. Forgetting the fact that football, I've always said this, your mentality to the game recognized football and MBB Edano. Because always we think, say, Sebi, Malam B, Sofu B, LTB, say, command is a bit more tiny the scoreline of the game at the Amaye. And yet, me we need league. No better to the coach in Kawana Shay.
Oh, and they had to be blue.
I was make an So when you have people with that mentality, that believes the coach and here, do you expect them to spend money on things that will serve so any so? They won't. And they say, wow, over here, TV, so be wow, Facebook, be enjoying. And over game, and you realize, say, these are coaches that pay attention to details.
True.
And I've always said, say, football, no matter how good a club may be, say coach no out there in enya dia untimi enya the best out of the players. Now ya man for refi thought that look years gone by no man Guardiola or Nyawe no Messi or Xavi or Iniesta it now Barcelona team Econ kind. They forgot that before Guardiola Ebano Barcelona had Frank Rijkaard, somebody as a player as a manager that has seen it all. He won Barcelona their second ever Champions League in 2006 against Arsenal. No Iniesta, no Xavi, no Lionel Messi, no Ronaldinho, no Eto'o, no Henry Ewonomo. But at some point, Tanema Enkoyi, on Monday Guardiola Bayern, we realized that we have a tour in the football now. What should we do? My tour echo a back line. It told down the center back. It is Sergio Busquets, Begos, Ebe Remo, and the rest was history. Coaches do play an integral role in football. Look, Real Madrid, I'm on for Zidane, a lucky manager, and I always debate them. Say, you will be a sebi, won't follow the game because I say no.
Oh, okay.
Abu, you are Madridista. What did Madrid team achieve for some time?
Yeah.
Time Real Madrid, a man Ancelotti Ekoyeno. In the summer of 2015, Omade Benitez Ebayeno. Real Madrid has signed a brand FN say. James Rodriguez and Ebai because at the World Cup we also have an exploit.
Yeah.
And time are not all under Ancelotti. We also have Branton time Benitez Ebai no person pleasing ni pay masters in that Paris. It never Madrid midfield was James, Modric, and then Kroos. All these players on their days they are number 10 playmakers or offensive midfielders number 8. Zidane came in was it DIABY? Casemiro, we have young player to bench bra, but James go bench. Real Madrid, boy, so we are an attacking transition. Marcelo is good offensively.
Yeah.
So what should we do to that 4-3-3 with a tradition number 10? No, that 4-3-3. No, right-sided midfielder, left-sided midfielder. And Real Madrid attacking transition. Ronaldo drifted in. Marcelo will join as a left winger. Then Toni Kroos ever step deep, not be defending as a left back for Real Madrid. So coaches have been doing magic. And that game no way any ABOU or ABOU.
I believe you ever na ya can come on more. But now me pese we no more here. I didn't know who pa. Say coach team transfer analyze ya unze.
For a reason.
I call winning in ball no board do. Today I mo go through. Mo po mo fire on so beto mo tuma na mo nyere nje. Monje.
Ono aso na yin ni ball.
Na ABOU any one say unze crew man. Players like Michael Olise from Era.
David you both school ball.
Ricardo the make
almost school ball.
This is almost here because the player air chair. You pass it.
That's almost school ball.
Then now you ball the team pass it.
Oh, what you ball na so down ho a almost school ball.
Oh,
Kruma. Impanimfo crack me almost school ball. Now want to know because name about school ball.
Yeah.
On the cast of both school ball because what you ball announce out there you want to create something. Your inbuilt talent in the goal you want to exhibit it to be someone for.
But mama yen komra mama na mo na men komra me bape ye be ram na mo no e ram we tibere amount 0207543637 Gentleman Dental Clinic and a gifted icon Millennium Constructions over Daroma me do ko amano ne me ko aba me ba ya presturo ye ram amano ne. Na afia mano ne nkomo no eto so kama pa etimi emfa ema de ana fameko ekoko ramu ewo Puskas Arena ewo Budapest hona nema ededa on the 30th May ye Japan UEFA Champions League the grand finale Japan etimi eram ti odu ramu na ohre stadium no sere hono esi etiere sere de amaro esi ekwatu muzapa ano be die papa stadium legendary fan Puskas any abomodi di etimi atoso na de etereze yezo check capacity na 67,000 omo na eni padodo a eri omo ko akwako ramabo amane makoye pere ama sere confirm ye no UEFA campaign for a confirm say Arsenal and ne omo eye the home side no era fi PSG so no ebe the away side na ne nyina mo na ebo amane makoye pa etimi erama nti ode to so a uzampa eye studio ma emu ne by etre and before confirming say both teams already take it or more locate area more yes say Arsenal the home side ebenya 17,200 take it na boa amane ma koyi kama pass or etimi edi ama no so echi o check say nema esi corner PSG away side almost ebenya 17,200 take it eboa na hihye akoyi pedamanti eye Puskas Arena and ane edaso a bibi ekoyi kama pass or etimi edi amanti esa pepe and amun komo ye di eramu so no edi ama UEFA paying for a confirm zene UEFA Champions League player of the week na call edi ama declare Rice or Bujuma edema Arsenal bobuko no ora na e between Rice and afi William Pacha Bujuma etimi edema club ye from more Paris Saint-Germain turuema ye ze Rice in a ball modern edi kan and a Pacho also etimi etos mi enu tie no enkoma UEFA paying for edi aba Roma yenso ye di erom kama pass so etimi edema na PSG for aba bedu Paris na ohre omo ba bedu ye sere nkofo boje si omo edi omo so atmu zampa European champions asa ko final na say na feeling na etie
Joao, une photo s'il te plaît. Une petite photo.
LTL no ye Paris Saint-Germain na was Paul my rival on the no ye bought Gio so kama pass on maba ababidu and no European champions or masa ram the grand finale or more say name abeko ye pere amount on the 30th May na is no be the Arsenal against PSG ye rese name abe the ye pere amount team no back fi England back fi France. One interesting team is a coach is a whole bench no or munyina ye Spain for is Luis Enrique Spanish and Mikel Arteta and so Spanish or more na boa na bibibia adaye kama so ya mama ye fi onembra e ma be UEFA Europa League no yendi eno so ho komo kakra na ene odwani HM matches awdo na e beje penalty ni akoso big game no eramu e Villa Park na Aston Villa e the video we ni aba be rama omode ejiboboku e form Nottingham Forest starter ni anko kore kakra.
Pierce defences, turn pressure into power.
Should have been. Now McGinn!
Tactics and patience.
And Buendia! This is Tielemans, placed beautifully.
Precision and strength.
Cash. Oh, come on!
This isn't just football.
Here with Watkins. Rodgers waits in the middle, but he didn't need it. And Rodgers.
It's a battle of minds.
Cross is dangerous. Oh, gives one the cross in there. Oh, what a save! A save from point blank range.
One goal behind. 90 minutes to respond.
Until no ye video another one HM Aston Villa Boboku no area baba be ramo mo ehwese dwumre niam abekoye pa etimi ede amomona etutuye no akoye kama pa etimi eda ma club no ansoa omo players ni na kan boma ne omo to sare from fans ne so omo mra e ma me ramo support yo bizanze omo ogireze we omo support no omo ayebida ne ebeboa Amometimi Abomode Asher Nottingham Forest Boboku.
Matches against Arsenal and Man City within a space of a few days. The energy, the atmosphere, the enthusiasm is an atmosphere I've never experienced before.
I'm probably expecting a lot of emotion, a lot of battles, duels, and we're going to need to fight, we're going to need to work hard, we're going to need to show our intensity and show why we're so strong at home.
We've come so far, we've got a big hurdle to overcome and push to get to the final.
The squad know what's needed, and I'm sure everyone else does too.
The excitement, the buzz, the nervousness, the pressure, with all that coming into it, I think that just makes it even more special.
Yeah, Villa Park's going to be rocking. We need everyone together.
We all need to pull together and push and show that desire on the pitch and ultimately do what we can to come away with a win on Thursday, no matter how we do it.
Believe in games like this, when you have to come from behind, is just doing what you've always done.
Until more Aston Villa Boboku now and Palmo players no hema captain FN John McGinn by now Morgan Rogers so baba to us after no and now only Watkins we no Yuri Telemans money other ones no omo kasa every kama pays as omojide there we almost support na everboa na niama de yera ma club no na ne UEFA Europa League no semi-final second leg no niama de yera moment exactly 7 p.m. Aston Villa ball Nottingham Forest so make ya first leg no Nottingham ball make ba ko a omenti ni antera feriara game no Freiburg Boboku no and Braga Sporting e be boni so first leg no Braga Sporting na Portugal e bo mi no ma Freiburg etimu ba ko yenko ramo UEFA Conference League no semi-final matches and Crystal Palace e bo Shakhtar Donetsk 3-1 on aggregate ko Eddie Ama Palace. He says, Omobomodia first leg, Omokoshe Shakhtar Donetsk, Boboku, and the other game near Strasbourg, Omonso, and Rayo Vallecano, and everybody first leg, a course of Madrid, Rayo Shebakwa, Strasbourg, and Timiantane. He was a former Manchester United almost striker, Onzo Yejuma Edema Rayo, Nidino, your friend Manucho, or Angola, ni na Manucho, and Ababa Rome of France, and Ojezene. oba be support ne former team a ye former Rio isan so gidi se ne omo be hia ne support no pa zo mo ebebo modena for the first time no in omo history no eba ne Europa na say a conference league na omo so etimi akoma ni na aboa na ne ma deda ye pa etimi ere amom ntie no eye nkoma na ma nucho so no abomode ere atu ya atu he na onza pa ambebi etwem no na striker bode ogina Manchester United animu osa na okoba adene mfa edididima ana no film club ni ma oba be edwuma de ma Rayo hwegu so boede mo na chese na no edi ye papa di manucho no Angola ni na oze ne nkomo no ye di erabetimi era ma yenko Spain kakra na ye ni nkomo enra na ba be confirm se ne ma edida dia prana ne Flon Mendy enya no obeko akwa surgery na nkomo a eba na no edi maredo oboko no chese Flon Mendy niama dida dia Monday era obeko akwa surgery no na after surgery no na omobodi di ka report to say 4 to 5 months but is a report e baba no HSI ho betra fie 1 year na 1 year no nkomo no ena yesi na Mendy per report no HSI o say or consider so be retire at the age of 30 ni na ze prana ewuramu no ne sere niam no esi aircon na yade a ano edempa yesi ne tendon tear with a bone separation and on April ewuramu etimiera ma Flon Mendy a otumunsa adena no ede ni na zo join madre no enche no pra okoso a ya na ye mre doso pa na wakwa kotrafie na wasaba oba ya pe omo ba kumienu a na wapra berezi pra we na wonya no ano ede ade etetete no HSI ahwa 1 year obekwa akwa kotrafie a ontimi gbedwuma Enfama club a ye from Real Madrid no ye de aba be rama no ede mpana ne e wo Vade Bebas no no ye confirm edema se nena Kylian Mbappe ebeko abomode akwa na jezemese omunyi we mfemfi so na yenko yanim na mboa na ne ma deda ye pa etimi emfa emaye Kylian Mbappe sere me confirm etimi ede ema ono na eze ne ma deda dia na eze ne no ekokọ ne test na after test no mpinfo confirm se wa pass test na classico ro beba na baba be jama bo ejuma ede ama Real Madrid bobo koroma me Mbappe ni video no ore to so wa uze ne otreni kama pa ewo Vade Bebas na re ejuma na oye se no si danda no a etonsu se wa ye ready na mo no report ni indicate se ara Kylian Mbappe be start from bench nyame boa na ne amount dadia na ese classico na betu dwa no eno ye nkoma aba be rama no edi ye papa na yeze ne ewo Madrid mo training ground so no tokwe bi course no tokwa ne chance enra enra baba be ye confirm se ne wo hwese ne ma esi eti amesho aretico Madrid we no ma ne mfi so ma me na me nkoma nim na me ndi Real Madrid nkomo na nkomo no ne sere ne ma esi eti no echese enra Fede Valverde ene Aurelien Tchouameni ekontokwa na omoze ne ntokwa no omosan kokoshe mu kena enam so kra ma Fede Valverde akwa kupra edizonya Valverde ni Tchouameni picture no ebo modie de to so de man na medi nkomo na yezo omo chance omo ye na perapere na ana aze Valverde petri ye ena ni ti kokobo table so ema ho ni twa enti after we no kra no ye de ne kokoko room hospital a yesi akwa hwe na wie ti video no de to so no time na wakọ hospital esi ababe ram of Vade Bebas oba na enyo no nko a one ne wife ereba ebabe ram na Tchouameni so no yesi after trade no two ne car no che hood omu gina na yezo omu ne bedi nkomo na so no oye na dwe so nkasa no fi okoye enchemu ni chese ntokwa no kwa de pem ye no ye mama the players ni nyina kaya emergency meeting etimi eruamu de ete no echeze ahwa amranti ya mi no ye be suspend omo ede no ye nkomo aba betudwa asa time a ye baba be ram no na nkomo no echeze nei de bibia de na kwama Real Madrid boboko na ahwa ma Tchouameni apa Fede Valverde cho na so no yeze Valverde zo gituma enye yezaze nra era de ne chance na ne asia baba beto aso die jeza mpa akwana sinitimu pozo nya na obebobo no eno ye nkomo a oro ni chemo Madrid ano eden Barca for ne prepare for classico no Madrid for ne de omo na mutimu nye ntokwa so nko a ena na omo eko a otumuza ade no ano eden a eboa ma niam nkoye kra etimi emfa ema club na yero won sensem no ewramu so etimi era mana mami Jack ni video no akra no fi Vietnam no se ne dae so nyina erezene Nico Williams obe miti no na Jack abobodin akasa kakra na Jack babe ramu ho no ne sere ni mesi ko no sei era obomodin di ne nkomo ne che
I want to meet Nico Williams because he's my idol and I want have his signature here.
Y los jugadores han podido conocer su historia.
Ha venido a visitar desde Vietnam, ¿no?
Sí,
Viene desde Vietnam, ¿eh?
Ah, sí. Va campeón.
Usa el mismo.
¿No Spanish or not?
Vietnamese.
Yeah, Spanish? No.
I don't know Spanish.
El momento de conocer a Nico por fin se acerca.
Away from Nico.
Waiting
And you?
for Nico. Okay. Nico's coming now.
Really?
Yeah.
Good.
Hello, Nico.
Done.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good.
Ha venido de Vietnam para conocerte.
Sí? Yeah. What position do you play?
Finger.
Yeah? Like me?
Yes.
See you, okay? Nice to meet you.
Bye.
Atiamo ya kware so a ye friend Jack or film of Vietnam Patamoneba eba be ramarete be ball training ground so say the idol any Nico Williams do we ma players ne bomb dey sign autograph na Inyaki Williams ba ya pen obi za na Nico when was you wenche obeba na waba be ram na opeso hunu de opeso hu bia no obehwe na wadi hu dwuma na aboa na niam de da ye pa etimi e the amount ye Jack akware so a ofi Vietnam Patamane or joining Bobo Kwe from Arete Beba or training Hono Baba Roma na Obano Nene Idol Ababishiana Yama wa enjoy kakra e boamane makoye de mama me Aretiko Madrid omo training na e jepene course on ne yes after say omudi ncho against Arsenal. This is the first time I was apart on Antoine Griezmann and Cookie more SSSR. In as a recovery, no, it was a nana, a team course on a boah, money made the year pa, a team at my club. And I real no my confirm it. So, moment for that, your friend Johnny Cardozo, no, yes, when you're high grade injury, any uncle, Tina, then a picture, no, eto so abonzi Johnny ni prano, ya dia na jeze, a hard drink kakra, and a mare tiko, Madrid Bobo con after no, almost say confirm as a nay, or more captain a friend Cookie, who juma why ye diama club na, watch your ye papa, almost checking a trophy cabinet na, a card near Bacopa, on Jane Farmer Club, and I know you wait for Champions League, you know, and also now few more pim so I'm fan, almost a decision be a, obe tikino, ze baby a would do no jiriza wa babre, or peso few more club and I share Kobe bia. Club ni open to a person transfer or more ready so mbema na trana mabuama tutu no adeda ye kama panso no etimi edi amount ene enkomo akraba ababe to your conference next summer or more consider say Kukureya or ye juma etimi area Chelsea no or more penezo mrana or more right left back position no ombe occupy na bibi anko ye pa etimi enfama club ye from Atletico Madrid mo family mo Barca so ye Enizo mu training no eje penalty ne so e goalkeeper one Garcia e wo Ciutat Esportiva one Gampa ni nyina na preparations omo eye ahwese bibia dedadia na eze El Clasico no ne ma be koye tiniere ama Barca nra ye be catch say super agent at touch it down e wo Airport Airport atuzo ko ekokura mu Hotel the Majestic no ye ma uhebi ni nyina e piniza avi na meeting na koso ewiwe ya e do the video no to so abonze wala porter Eko Kokuramu Hotel ho after ho no ne mpemfo ni pie no e na omo capture na yeze nkomo omo ko ekoko di ye no e simple ni na say piniza avi ono a ene agent Edema Robin Lewandowski e no sign agent Edema Hansi Flick last week they confirm Edema said na otwi we mu no eduro mo na otwi fufu no hu say Hansi Flick abomodien extend ya e ma na nyo one the yeze san komo no e na ne one Laporta e bomodien ni piniza avi Koko di ye wo Barca o maswe ye no so no eboa manhyehe no ekoye kama pa so ye ma wa ye re wonsem no eruam so no etimi ediama ye kwa anim ne eruam England Chelsea o mo target e friend Andoni Erola report no eti say Arola abomodin ene Crystal Palace boboko no edi nkoma kwa anim ye papa ediaze no ze AFC Bournemouth mo former coach no eruam Palace eko ene omo akwakoye adwuma Emane nyonwa eno ye diaba ababa betudwa ye di rametimiera mana mano ogati so no report ni chese next summer why na bin say Manchester United onya playing time to consider na we film club na so yakọ akwa mu bibia ogiri so okwa ebeboa mana ma de Imperial mano zo ogati no ohyase e wo Sporting CP oba be ramo PSG amfa and Manchester United for ekoko Manuel Ugarte be de ba no wapem so a then sheda enko yinti report no ejezo se next summer say bibia e de ready obepese obeheda we film club na so akọ ejumere ama team for United ene omo coach e fe na Michael Carrick edi nkomo on the future zene obetra ana so obe film club na so ye say no abomode edi nkomo no e de ache
in a good position, you know, and obviously the situation of my role and what it looks like moving forward. I think it's the natural time. It was always spoke about towards the end of the season, if not the end of the season. So nothing's really changed, to be honest.
Why hasn't it changed, though? I'm just thinking because you have got that Champions League qualification sorted out now.
Yeah, we have, but it's a matter of days ago, and we kind of got eyes on finishing the season strongly as well, you know. So I understand the question, I understand the timing of it. But from my point of view, right at this stage, it's just putting the boys in a place to finish the season strongly. And then, as I've said all along, and I'm calm about it, it'll get sorted out when it's going to get sorted out. Some of it's out of my hands, so we'll see what happens.
Until no year command or one chema Michael Carrick abomodi aba ababetu ya chesa at the end of the season no and omoberhenani future no ye deciding to by now no the eternity ultimate can create me fan as a nay say a body say obetra Manchester United one player what target no Aston Villa akwara na friend Morgan Rogers no or did this so nyana de ne ba Babeka United squad no wa ebeboa man kakrakra niama akoye kama pa so etimi edi amonte no so no kakra baba betodwa Ibrahima Konate Liverpool mu defender no report ne chesa kakuma bi na one club ne ye wie ni nyina zeze ne wajeria tuma long term contract Ibrahim Konate ehwe na West End na boa na bibi akoye pa etimi era ma club ye former Liverpool Romo Chelsea aso ya report if you put together ba chesa obugu so reso monsa ebeka attack bi obeba ababe ram no mo kaka omani no omugiri se Gonzalo Ramos at bench e wo PSG a onya ball ne bi mbo ntize no omunya no so mra ema me ram nya ejuma emfa emomo a omugiri se beboa mantotoye no adeda ye petimi area ma club no ntie no so no area baba betodwa Callum McFarlane elso ye coach a ene ogina mu boa mane ma koyere ma Chelsea a ohrechi na wa maye update on injuries a wani echimo club no aswe ya ahead of from game on the weekend, you know, players will be available. No more when you're available. See, it'll didn't come on the chair.
What do you feel?
Yeah, we've still got another session. They both trained fully today, so we're hopeful. We're hopeful.
And how's Jesse Derry after that nasty knock?
Yeah, I spoke to Jesse's dad the night it happened. I spoke to him yesterday. I spoke to the family yesterday as well, and it's positive. It's really positive. I don't have the knowledge or the insights to go into massive detail, but all early signs are really positive.
It's such a difficult one for him. So he'd shown so much positivity, hadn't he?
Yeah, it's really disappointing. Obviously, there's as long as he's healthy and like it's the way it's looking now is all that really matters. But it was great to give him his debut. I worked with Jesse at the under-21s. He's had a fantastic season. He's not going to be available for us from now to the end of the season now, so it's an abrupt end to his season, but amazing for him to make his debut, and I think he showed.
Until no year command a paper friend Callum McFarlane abomodere aba betuja chese akwara na friend Jesse there, you know, until the end of the season team member and he send this a Lavai Kowo and after Rich James week omoni omo and a training number 1 Robert Sanchez enya available for Mugema or Mobaba against Liverpool. We are not safe for Jorgensen and ebeba tiki post no aboa ma ne makoye pa ere ama Chelsea bobo koruti no na the latest update wani chemo kobaba efueba ano edian ye di ramo etimi ere ama ili kakra yesisi our player of the month April ako ere ama Marcus Thuram obo edwuma ere ma Inter obo jiri the month April no edwuma wa ye ne mo de erama the player bia etoto na anya de se no etimi eyeye ti ono na ne no player of the month na ko ere ama na kancha no gro and all when HM piano training grounds when to me and join squad no any one training is all individual training you know say or you doubtful say near did dia Coppa Italiana final na Wednesday between normal SS Lazio Eddie Echo akwakobo you know hakancha no gro and how be on ba ema mejana na so etimi embo adwuma ili omo ata ye friend Giancomo Poretti any of visite Inter no onzo ya actor kese pa orwani chemo ile mpatamo a otumuza mpa adwuma ye na yade a ano edin panti ne visit no and also ne Marcus Thuram and afre no Lautaro Martinez mo any other players no bo de didi nkoma ezanzo gidi se Inter Milan Italy omo champions and ne no akwa yesi no e was obana obabe ram na eboa ma niama koye pa etimiere ma club no Inter for na confirm ze ne John Stones o Martin so fi Manchester City se kwan da ho a nka Stones engine to no nya ne te se ma no akanji de no na oma mejamo gbejuma emfama boboko e form Inter exams o mu hia no so mbra emma mejini chi o man totoye no end da ye pemfa emom ye romo national issues kakra na ye ni nkomode a FIFA for confirm ze after 60 solid years no any contractor omo any eli omo company ye frene Panini ewo no ebeba na wie ye ze the final year omo ne omo ye adwuma no 2030 World Cup no na utie nkomo na ebobo etimiere bana omo jeze Panini di odi kan de to so no na yenko yanim omo jeze Panini fo no nkofo a ene ohwema FIFA for no stickers ene omo niam bi omo ye no omo na hwedi nwudwuma omo ne omo ye adwuma 60 solid years nie na omo jirize ne no mrena so a the final year omo ne omo ye adwuma na 2030 after no enya de so mo ebetimi extend tie no ye de aba betodwa no edempa na de ba ye no United Arab Emirates omo Football Association no a confirming say nkoma ne na from mama na anoda Africa kokoji tum say for the 4th term no ene perfect Gianni Infantino nkono orwa ni chemo UAE a na ze Dubai for no so no omo Football Association no e de krata aba bontige so omo back the current FIFA president Gianni Infantino so nko for the 4th time no mo jidi edwuma no ye no oto aso no oba ebeboa amanema adeda ye kama pa so etimi edi amom ntie no so no enkoma aba be rama yeri tudwa etimi edi ama Marco van Basten akasa na van Basten ankomodi de omubiza nze na World Cup yi ono atrans no hwe ne man de Orange ana Hollanda ojiri so metimi aba be bibia na na o se dabi onye Holland fo ni ndi baako si na World Cup we so be support country bia Brazil ni nyina na Ancelotti ntia ozi Carlo Ancelotti nti World Cup we ono be support Brazil ba ne man Holland de okazo ogidi omumu ana oboa ezanze ball no omo bono ne niama no omo ye we report de emfanje World Cup de on de obe support o man bi ze World Cup omra na oma me ye adwuma no edimpa de a on de Brazil man no eno obetimi a support omo orwa ni chemo Portugal omo national team coach ne Roberto Martinez na Martinez and a report eboba ne chese on the May 19th and on also ebebo modern the World Cup squad no wetimi anemu mrantie beko akwaku jamabu edwuma etimi rama Portugal man ntie no ejeze 1 PM pepepe no beko akwaku chance ncho vontinue oremu din a Cristiano Ronaldo anasa World Cup no bekobi no wahwe ma João Neves PSG orema Vitinha PSG no wahwe ma Nuno Mendes PSG zeza ankofo ne de senye pra na beba ne ade na bonze Bruno Fernandes mo omudini na ne namuni ade ade nyambo a on the May 19th na obeba ababe ramu na one so ne squad in order so de ombeko akwako ramu World Cup no ama akwako yejuma etimi eri ama Portugal man no Darwin Núñez ejamede ma Al Hilal boboko no ntiene jeza waka era champion for season ne kopema 0 year no Liverpool babe join the club no omohwe no munja no na on sankoku ramu bi foforo enkonkoto ani dwuma no zizanze be ma ba be yebi wa mama me ni nyina na afesusu pe na so nam ne yemre ohwe se de wati abo adwuma ne ne niam ode awram ne ahoden a ode kikabo mu ye adwuma na ogiri se ha no on share nya mo playing time but ogiri se okọ ekokura mo be fofra ebeboa no na ne kaya no niam akoye kama pedi amanu tie no so ye nkoma dashema owura mo na so aba betodwa mre ni tin ma fa mpem na menya na me nkomra na ma bedwa fo no mra e ma meto aso emfa ma na mo Gentleman Dental Clinic se benka emfa Jose Bra ebeboa na wanum no ada ho yo pose ne wo sen wo hawa entra fie enono numundura emboa ewie pizza ze wo sen no wandi ni etimi ku di Ramo Gentleman Dental Clinic izanze mra ni mu no opese wo CDA pa e wo sa afimu ni nyina premier no o miti dentist no Gentleman Dental Clinic ko obre no waboa na ne ma akoyie pa area ma examination and consultation course or root canal treatment do mu sen no na wanya ha bi obre na waboa scaling and polishing ya didia agu yesene soesen no kwa niema akikai kantemu ni nyina no ye be clear ni nyina fi ono ya hwe ni atwitwu kama pedi ama after no na waka che doku say onhwe no mbo T white ni bi ne o se no de bi na ebu a ebehwe na yetimi ade bi ahwe kama pa etimi ede amount se o se no e na apagya kakra amount kan wanu tuma enyeye ya na eha adwen wokọ a your medicated braces a yerebe boa ma se no asa so kama pa na fa asa ma na hoden sonko se ne wo se na atu na peso replace no wo se no peso se ni gold and silver Gentleman Dental Clinic na also run na yereboa ma ne makoye perema Ghana omo bebi a omo ebo adwuma Kumasi ano Abreport Junction Total Energy Filling Station no echo obi nyo omo na de aba mo no kra no woro wani so no echemu ewo nei no Tonsu High School Junction wa S-line hope omo ho a ho so no omo ebo adwuma eboa ma ne ma de da ye kama pa so no etimi ede amount ru amu na yehwe na yehwe ona ne ma nkoye penfa ma openchemu bi a fa number we na any dog any nkomo na dog behwe na wetimi abo 0559 139582 0559 139582 na 0549 906588 0549 906588 edi ramu na emboa na hihye no nkoye penfa ma na nipa ze wa pom din no yade a ehu hia opa de akọ dog zo ba enye sikasem bia sikasem no kra de dadia wo de bra na ene dog emra medi nkomo na nkomo didie mu no obehwe na waboa na waye de wo so ye bia ede ma unye sika wa baba betwa ne kakrakra we no unya ne bibia aje se Gentleman Dental Clinic komo ene behwe ne aboa na ne ma da ye peda ma Millennium Constructions ze ofie na ohwemi titu mu amwo amanone no entro ma obi mfa o sekan konkonkudwa nanka na wo amanone na ne ogbo adwuma ya na adwuma na no edempa de ya pa ne so obebrebebrebe na obonso obi sika odi asendi obi zo onhwe na onfanye ne ma ba ko mienu bi ma no na nipa na akwa so ya na eba ne sa eha adwen emmo amantoto ye no enkoye kra entimi emfa ma na bia ba ko a ene ebehwe ne aboa o pa asase ato adanse hu sensem wagina ona so agina yama bibia akoye kama pa soro etimi edi amount dia na eze Millennium Construction omo system mu 15 to 20 solid years omo obi anya aseboda dina dada opezo renovate omehwe aye etimi edi amount o pa asase ato wo kroma bebia no mo redi wuduma mane makoye de mo adanse hu niama bia omo dwuma no mo ye ne yade ekeja pa na mane 0244 041 960 0244 041960 na 0244 274 084 0244 274 084 Millennium Constructions, we build your dream. Ne Gifted Icon Season 2 and Traffic where the Street Crown Edition who street in Oswa or the other so be picket form so no obia unim nyom topa obia unim kasahari ni sopa akwenya na be the amount so talent no obeba be showcase ni a unza nuano media de ode ya ode asem enado ho boy a ye boa ma dwumadie bia no ye hwe ye ne kama pa etimi ede amount ye tiare ze obeba be rom of Fakye TV premises a oba Fakye TV a na chese ye wo ha ye edwuma ye okuma ase bantama ye ne bantama presbyter sorry kese no ene di anywhere nti ramuna yamboa na hihye no koye penfa ma wo echichi so a number ya me ba bebubu betimi afre na nkomodidie bia wabomode etimi ene mpemfu edi na ahwe na ya boa na bibia akuyede ama 0550 772113 0550 na ya boa na bibia adeda ye pretimi ara mantima adwen chanembra eba ebe kenkan eri ama on the WhatsApp line 0207543637 0207543637 ewrama yebere na ya bomodin etimi akenkan bibia na aboahma niama adeda ye pretimi edi ama kama pa adimira na menko on Facebook na menkenkan kakra ansa na ya bana ya bedwafo no ababa betoa so etimi edi ama na hihye no akoye kama pa so etimi edi ama montimira na menyu fevio ma onze kwaku de that watch you live from Doma West in Krankwanta Junior David. Good evening to you when you ABOU. Today's edition is super. What's wrong with the Madrid players that they can't even exhibit some respect among themselves? Ebenezer repent, ABOU, please tell Varas and Abib that it's my dream to meet them one day. I was a dream. It will be a dream come true when I meet you at Two Sister Restaurant in Nkrankwanta. When I met you at Tuesday restaurant in Nkrankwanta, and hope to meet Varas and Abib too. And no yet Yoreba Ebe Rambuachi Edward. Good afternoon, Fakye Sport, and I'm also Thomas Kwame. Good afternoon update on Manchester United and PSG. James Edudona, Babomodi Ejan Webwa, Ma Niamakoye Perema. Dina, Monre Weno Sona, quick one, mini birthdays, and Fiona Yanko Yenimna Niama. And the day pa, and from so special baby, from a charming skin do, and they a charming skin do, and they charming skin do birthday. Birthday, we know. A portable birthday I know a dim bruta. Chairman, Nyamisha papa skindu oyini pase. Ewu ebe boama di opibia. Abomede ama so happy birthday nko. Emfa Emma chairman. Na niaman de the next one no sister Mary. Yesu Brekum Holy Family. Kwino so ope. Wow sister Doris nko. Emfa Emma Mary na ne yiso no ayo daron so nyame hira pa na de open no onsa entimi enka na the final one also nko emfa ma Nelsa sewa yeso woni HMO Chrisap Academy ya watimatim ene na wanya 3 years enti Nelsa sewa wow papa Father Daniel sene enwura kama pen fama ntu papa Mr Daniel se nyame hira nyina be penyimpa na fa kwan papa so de o maame no papa nam so a ene o mo ababa be wo no na aboa na so no watimi afa so ten wankwanko wa amfa bibia ebe ha ma brabo no niema enko yekra ntimi emfa mount no special birthday enko ntimi emfa amount yana yenko yenim na fe no yemra na nko ma hodo na ento aso kama pa emfa mount yara o quick ye ba apa bia fo ne ba na de akebia ye de rometimi da mamo ye ba sisia. but I've stopped henceforth. Per what I saw in the yesterday's game in the UCL, I've now come to realize that nowhere cool. See how the referee was too harsh on Bayern Munich. Looks like he brought his scoreline. Baby Andre, Kevika, they the fish Sankori. Good afternoon, Abu. Thursday's edition of Fakye Sport is loud and clear at my mind. The return of my father Rafinha is bringing another dramatic and transformative Clasico, because after the life of Leo Messi at Barcelona, Rafinha has been the monster and the maestro when it comes to Clasico. So no doubt, Rafinha is going to dismantle them permanently and perfectly. Is your boy, Arimati, the son of Rafinha, Babi Ramo. Good evening, Fakye TV. More update on PSG. My name is Charles Jr., all the way from Isiama and Nzema and Odeba Ebe Ramo. Olise got a taste of what Lamine Yamal usually eat. Now he's spitting around. Lamine Yamal used to be marked by 3-4 players. He couldn't play anything with only 2 players on him. Abu, Lamine deserved the credit for performing all season under such circumstances. Gabi, maybe if you go to Kromdeba, Ebe Ramo. In fact, Fakye Sports too much. But DJ Makuranka from Radio Ahanta. On the fee Abu is your boy there, Piero from Obuase Patakro. Abu, if I may ask, if Ateta do not win the Premier League but win the Champions League, has he failed or not? Fakye Sport top in Ghana. Now when you see now Angelique in India, is that unfairly and the crowd of where is our body can see about Arsenal League, you know, magic 13 Champions League Mumu Cup ni bida. Now unu adimo mo Angelique or mo crowd busi. Now what is Arsenal for planning or more? Wait there. I'm planning on my parade. Now, yeah. I was on Bay 31st May.
It's good to plan ahead of time. It's very good.
That's it.
Very good.
I know more idiot Morocco, the Libya. Or movie and a bass, no more so more the best for Kuma. So I'm statistics enough. You Maza, yet, we do you remember season the Sharks Saturday with PSG for a shambolic performance? And I didn't come also meet me defending. We manage to answer more. And all my ball will be defending.
Oh, bet me defend as now, so bet me to be a preparation.
Good afternoon, boss. Abu. Hope everything is going well. Penalty FC has turned into kickboxing FC, but to be honest, Bayern was robbed yesterday, and I think whatever company said was true. You're also the Bayern. You guys are doing a great job. Yaga, Akima Safo, and I was also good afternoon, Abu. I'm Jeffrey from Kade. We, the Chelsea fans, don't want this chant to leave the football community. Champions of Europe, you will never sing that. So we are supporting PSG. We are abropa. God bless PSG. This is Peaceman from Goso and all the buyer. And also, Tuzo the number 0207543637. Young Queen. Go. Mamma Shasi and Fenfiwe. Now, you rub one on the ending Komo Kakran Fenfio. And sana madiba bana fi abane ababe fi kakra
okuma ma ya hwefo akwa biem na it's always good to be back na woni mo edin komo but my memfa mani nchiremu wo so hum na memwehye Naomi happy birthday. Naomi is someone that wama drivers any omo ye adwuma wo so hum omo enjoy life pa because oye aduane wo so hum roadside nchen why na amanfo enjoy life and so Timothy Naomi ma me wish you happy birthday from one kasa wo sister no see yam fa fidi so na yam show a glorious birthday. Abu, yesterday was 9th of UEFA Champions League and a night made for champions. In this year, but Champions League now, you expect people with intelligence and other things to come to the party. And that was exactly what happened yesterday. If you look at game, no, and I said the Nyoma NCC calls and Ra. You say Paris Saint-Germain is a team that almost start to almost game now, almost line up in a 4-3-3 system to make sure that and so transitions or movement and your and Koyipa and so media momo. But looking at game I course last week, Emma game end the year 5-4 in favor of Paris Saint-Germain. Coach Louis Enrique, yeah sure, say or taking note of normal bakum you be a toja and so giving him. So he decided to change things and make sure say Nyoma be in their favor. The mistakes that on sign repeat those mistakes BM and the pictures how many more so number 1 no and so on the screen now you could see say Paris Saint-Germain that you say more lining up in a 4-3-3 the personnel and players at Gina Park and as well Louis and Luki at the lining up in 4-3-3 no that was the same personnel the same players are no more Park and so but with different mentality. So if you look at this image here TV as well, this is how we see Paris Saint-Germain. And so a line up games are mobile and from the group phase, from the knockout stages, any Ebony Nano. There have been the kind of system you get Kvaratskhelia on the far left, you get Dembele leading as the first number 9, when you do your pretty from the right side of your attack. Now the Jinam but yesterday when he lined up in that system he made sure say in this year core image too. Now you will see Paris Saint-Germain are the same players in the park and so but they've changed system and that system that they've changed into was a 4-4-2 system to make sure say and so Bayern Munich, knowing that Bayern Munich is a team that dwells so much on pressing and they press giddy pass. So you wanted to make sure that man and so team. So this is the image. You could see say they've lined up in a 4-4-2 system where we say do a drop a kakra and you see Kvaratskhelia joining a branch of any Dembele anymore to make sure say and so done in and that was the magical touch. That was something that I feel say and the magic and more reference Enrique learning from what happened last week. So man image trainer Kwaku, you will see how Bayern Munich get pressing. Until Bayern Munich will want to press with players going forward, making it man-to-man marking. As yesterday, I showed you in the image that made it told. So this is Bayern Munich. When they want to press, this is how they press. They come with players making sure that a man-to-man marking. No more jibo na. That regain something that turning into attack at the moment now create chances before games on boy by Paris Saint-Germain last week and this week not only the highest team winning ball pan in the final third of an opponent with 76 so this is the reason why more such numbers and so in the team but yesterday Luis Enrique also thought that if this is how you guys are going to do I'll make sure I'll stress you guys. So with this 4-4-2 system that you see Paris Saint-Germain align up Marquinhos will go to the right side to help a branch here because of Naya Hakimi and Ebonti. He will definitely go there to make sure or support it. When that happens, it's either Vitinha and I say never beba Ababishim to make sure whoever is starting the pressing will still want to be that man doing the man-to-mark marking. So Vitinha Kushemwa Kamet will want to follow Vitinha. No, so the next image will show you and some American. Kamet will want to follow. The Kamet will follow or follow copper. You could see Zena who are Babadam Finvio, and that is where you see Team FN Paris Saint-Germain now operating free, and that did the magic for Team FN here Paris Saint-Germain in making sure say or more Fakye and sweat media. So what images nini na? I won't comment on my video that led to the first goal of Team FN here Paris Saint-Germain. Yeah. Kwaku you see Kvaratskhelia so what drop it deep aba or drop it deep with the bar or be far ta any Upamecano adinachi because a man-to-man pressing. So wherever they need to come and press you into a bar. You see the intelligence of that one. I want the first image, the goal, the video that led to Paris Saint-Germain goal. This is it. So I'm post so video na e buy any mamia. So who Kvaratskhelia. Baby Ababejina. So I'm release video na kwa. You will see say Jonathan Ta any Upamecano edinachi. Well jai pass mu one ko. Youth will not even want to spend much on the ball. Now we the center backs ni na film and one pass ko. And that led to Abante Feno Dembele scoring the goal for Team FN Paris Saint-Germain. So it was movement, transition, and intelligence from players that made sure that Paris Saint-Germain on settled team friend Bayern Munich in the early stages of the game because they wanted to win the psychological battle. And what was the psychological battle? You know how Germany and Germans and the Bayern Munich fans wanted this game badly. So they came in their numbers, wanting to support their team. One goal pen and in between them. It is a Bayern Munich in first goal. The supporters will be chanting, and it will definitely go in favor of team friend Bayern Munich. So they wanted to unsettle them, and then you be able to unsettle them, get an early goal. And when we get an early goal, they will come at us and make sure say and that will be in our favor. And it worked perfectly for them by scoring that first goal. And Kvaratskhelia did a very good job on the ball, and that led to how our number ends. The game plan of Bayern Munich is to press, but with Sanomana AC and now they couldn't press as they are supposed to press. So someone will Olise Diana. Olise will join the attack on a normal day, on a normal level. Lima Beba Ababe support it, but in that video that I'm talking about, Lima Amba, because he will want to make sure say or check the space, not to press. But the moment in next video, say Bana you know I'm confirming. I think say I made a mistake. I didn't name it, so it's on me. The next video no ba that be anyway. The moment in next video no. So you see say maybe because who say pressing or more pressing no. Because the intelligence of the Paris Saint-Germain players nti Olise be call the name that Okwako press and Kalema Beba to support him. But in that video, Lema because he needs to make sure say the space he needs to protect it. And that made sure say Paris Saint-Germain no man na enzo 8 Now you look at this video on TV no. This was what I'm talking about. Olise drawn high or corner him and Lima Beba, but now he's not coming because Babe Presepe, the intelligence of the players will expose them into an Ejina Hono. Now he's thinking of tackling speeds, not doing the pressing. So it got them to their own half and make sure say Paris Saint-Germain had the game in their own hands and did whatever they wanted to do in the game. And it worked perfectly for them. Transition, everything was perfect for Team FNA, Paris Saint-Germain. And that won them the final now. Enzo 8 Kwaku Rum, Enzo 8 Kwaku. The last video will show you how Omuyi Abraham Tier FNA Olise Enzo 8 free game. On the views is a midfielder. But Enra, at a point in time, now Paris Saint-Germain in possession. Ideally, you want the left back to be the one that could be natural. But you see who's Nejinaho, out and Serge Mano. Because they saw how Olise make Mendes useless last week in the game. Yeah. So they needed to support him. They needed to make sure say a Hona no dear you can and that worked in their favor. So the time that you see say Mendes in Kobeye na attacks you see Fabian Ruiz will come there, no be slot in to make sure say or provide the cover and so to me Eddie man. Because yesterday Hakim in him on your right fullback or your right fullback, a winger, a midfielder and everything in Paris Saint-Germain's team. So they make sure say the system that worked for them last week in scoring those goals, and ya don't baby side any game. So watching the game, I felt that Louis Enrique is more in the game that happened last week, more than Real Vincent Company. Vincent Company wanted to come with the flow, come with the buzz and make sure say, yeah, Baba Tiaka by all means. But only buy to make sure say manage game, get the instructions right. Get the players on and make sure say nobody now ends and sweat to me that one. So it was a good game. Oluse, these are the things that he will start to enjoy. On Tiasie, said around for starting, on the from an run who on Elamina compiled. That is how it happens. So they will definitely get you a match that which men will say no money now and so I've seen a lot of people talking about officiating here the other. Who ref nobody game no. Is it a Joao Pinheiro or whatever?
Yeah, from Portugal.
Gagu, no, I did 15 games playing the Champions League. So to get this game so officiate, definitely you won't get it. Said you pay because this is a referee that only that experience. The Champions League 15 games now. What saying attention it here to say and so for a game like this you expect an experienced referee to make sure that man. But these are the games that they will test someone that they see so future in a referee. So they want to give him such a match. The way he handles it, definitely mistakes bebam. You get things wrong. Or be any but that is to test him and say, okay, is he ready for the mantle? You can talk about whatever you want to talk about. But I think he wasn't that bad. Though some aspect of the game, ABOU and ball back you expect some ABOU Mendes never more will get their cards and whatever. Because that is what they do. They bring you to learn one or two from such games and make sure say Bibiana ends with 18 equity. So kudos to team friend here, Paris Saint-Germain. From the look of things, anyhow unia AC yen and Yomano. So they winning Champions League with teams are more and you said that ain't needing and you said that ain't Nisura. I think say you place Luis Enrique at a place where we can say why Juma and my team friend Paris Saint-Germain. But who can you not mean you a campus and from him? He came and I think that he's the game changer. But good Paris Saint-Germain is a team that they went the Galacticos way with coaches, with players and everything. But they came in no money than they failed them in terms of helping them to win the ultimate. Many sure said the investment and penny for Paris Saint-Germain was to win the French Ligue 1. That was not it. They wanted to win something monumental. That was the Champions League. And last year they won the Champions League. This year they are in the final again. So campus they've made sure say they have players playing to a certain pattern. They have players making sure say more year Jumano to a level. And every single person in Paris Saint-Germain's team understands the task ahead to make sure say whatever you have to do, you have to do. I saw a picture. I think it's a man was a mania quick damon.
Yeah.
Kwaku. On to me, Senka, a coach be a to me, yes, I don't know. Why do I say so? This is Dembele that, or non as you say, ye didn't come about Ballon d'Or winner. On an ash go no and sweet more. But when we in free mono, Dembele born in some, he went there no San Cochiano. We've seen indiscipline in Paris Saint-Germain team Libre. As we speak, we've heard a lot of indiscipline. Our remarried one day. But a they brought in a manager. The manager made them understood say, I want control. I want to control my team. I want to control my players. And you look at the decisions that Enrique take here, our team of Paris Saint-Germain. On the team day Mbappe now on any their boom. But now coach be me. The time that now Ibrahimovic coach you won't dare. So was only Ibrahimovic dia boom. La Verzi Cavani mo you won't dare. So no more dia boom. But now on ultimate Mbappe the boom. Bede na Mbappe ko no aka kire we are na say na attack no will look much better than Mbappe wo. All cast asem now one we ya say papa yi. But currently, so often the team in attack now, as compared to Tamana Mbappe or no, they ain't a sharp. So this is only Thomas Ukia. Yeah, you never him. To a job.
Mbappe is already a problem, pal.
Jose,
a problem,
child wrong.
Mbappe, a problem of. And is it no more na ye, a name coherent video bia, na PSG for any counter, and the Vitinha now. Or far border, or so I found man until winning a run, or done an equal back.
I watched a video of Pochettino, and he talked about the fact that Union Yinefim or born in some at this time, Yinefim or born in some. But I watched a video of Pochettino who he was talking about Mbappe wanting Paris Saint-Germain to play his way, and Messi wanting to play his way. Messi believes in that time, I said. The game no AC ni trase, so he believes more in young control game no, young possess it. But Mbappe believes or a quick player, young more and two on vanco. So in a game, Obo to suit Messi, favor Mbappe, Obo to favor Mbappe. So Messi will not talk much, but the kind of game on Super Bowl no team. So that was a problem. So now, Empanum for Paris Saint-Germain, there is a problem in nerve, and they brought in people to control. Now, about Paris Saint-Germain. a ranking member in Paris Saint-Germain team will not call you direct. Maybe I for say to say when Mbappe wanted to leave for the first time. Look at the people that name Mbappe Kasai. This time around NC. And ka first now, ka Paris Saint-Germain hono. Now Donnarumma be so kono. Go access to Mpanimfo. He will find his way. Whatever he wanted to get in Kobenya, because he was not a bad goalkeeper in Kobenya. But this time around, NC wo. Donnarumma call no. Chevalier as one had never to be in the post no. Now he's on the bench because of not footballing reasons. So probably I don't know the reason behind it. But in terms of quality, any goalkeeper will be a quality goalkeeper no. Who is Zavanov? You can't on man a player no. But now he's at the bench. Oh more because we've given him control. And he's doing the job for Team FN Paris Saint-Germain. That is the ultimate. And now some last year, also 15th in the league phase. This year, also 11th. Both of them, they are in the final. Then I catch you. Picky at the right time. Phase, bottom group phase, you know. Enrique Carr said no team is better than his team.
Yeah.
As an instant, that time no car when we are catching same say bihano
na uni ade ba ko so ade esere ba uni the BC league no Mbelo abo 90 matches
in Ninyano
abo 90 matches be
Mwajiana
I have said the kakwede abo 90 matches
production my adwuma kwakudo nya kwanya ti o de so wo kwanya kakra inti
yeah. But Mbappe, what he won, if we are deep and we record the ball, is the space. Give me the ball that I run. But if we play for Mbappe, we cannot play for Messi. But after when we play for Messi, Mbappe say, I have no time. My quality is to run on the space, but I have not that. And Neymar wanted to play with him, with his ball, no?
Wow.
And that is the important thing that sometimes you need to understand, and then you need to try to create that idea of the most difficult is for the players that are in the back, the midfielder, because
I saw plenty of your games. Yeah, I think if one doesn't run back, you're okay.
Yeah.
We had it with United. Cantona might be right back, but the rest would run back, and then Cantona would win you the games. But if
Gokuwate, and the players miensa, Obia want us to play the way on open. Neymar wants to have the ball, nada no. Messi, young control game no, me more pass no. Mbappe, fatum is space, let me conquer. So as a coach, why not able to suit him? But now, do we need the kind of football person ball? Dembele need the kind of football person ball. Cause Kelly and Nibi. Look at after the game, Marquinhos was talking about Obia wanting to run. If you don't run, you'll be on the bench. So they brought in a coach and they've given him the full support to implement whatever he wants to implement. Discipline-wise, Obia under the coach. Nobody in there over someone. You have the experience, you have whatever, but you are under someone playing to a certain pattern. If you're not giving us what we want in the game, it be you a film. And I know the idea about me a friend in Paris Saint-Germain. Now say I can life say in the next 3, 4, 5 years, a lot of Ballon d'Or winners will be free Paris Saint-Germain about. If you look at game here, ABOU, and the performance they are giving her, can you doubt him? You can't doubt him. And that is the kind of system which you are building. Is that thing the same happening at Team FN or Real Madrid now? It be in the hall. I don't think I say I'm for actual globes for her. Intertombo football the trophies no. Or my creative ringer or more elbow boxing woman. And in Nano, a to reference Florentino Perez. That player power, that young Timian found so when Vinicius Junior and Alonso the other started, yes, we're in a film, and Obia was saying, say, and a yenya no more, no. When I gave it to be a dream. Abelua when Nasa Mane Cosmo, he was in support of Real Vinicius Junior. He supported whatever Vinicius Junior was doing. But Alonso was at the helm of affairs, and he knew what he was doing. But Yamana Kwamana, yes, Edmano. So if Real Madrid wants something to be done, unity, they need players that will play under instructions. If you don't play under the instructions of the coach, you will be at the bench. And when you are on the bench, we are going to support whoever is in control. I look at the kind of supporter Manchester Vondiama, Pep Guardiola or Manchester City. He's a good manager, no two ways about it. But Swadoba, now you are not playing to his part now. Regardless the money that are involved, you'll be at the bench.
You are Messi.
That is the support you give coaches for them to do their job. When Maresca was not allowed to work at MON, what has been Chelsea's fortunes? Players no matter if you want to leave them to do whatever they want to do, unless say with team them sweat the amount. They believe that you're the main actors of the game. But somebody should be up there. Now be regulating your man.
As if the Madrid team and Gazato, women are born in discipline.
Almost a power maybe I'm one war for more.
Because I said Obusi Fasu leak information. First Madrid I say move to cry, you'll be a bubble really video. I didn't see it in a life. 5 minutes to cry out.
Because once I say we Canada though, but I'm not for sessions no more fight we know. So we need baby.
Baby, if you say Nana was commodity Nana Menudi.
Only an creative fight because said yeah, you insisted wearing your number 2 jersey. I insisted wearing number 3. Ubi our reasons were showing number 3. Maybe we get number 3. Didn't tell me penance me number 3 no because of 3rd August ninety. Tier 3 and I say 8 and I'm sure you have your reasons to your number 2. It will be our reasons. There are some see. You know who's a part of one farmer, me, as a Messi. One is number 8 for Real Madrid.
Very well.
Chomen is number 7 for France.
8.
Okay. You know, 8 no more than
that's how you do to the cruise. Or we are all corner. Mariba says, I will do it. Yeah, I'm married the Yomo trophy. Yeah, I don't fair for the Babed. I don't show color. I might know from already so called you are the 15 and one and you are Tata and the means they say now was they
didn't think 18
issues.
Sana Rabon, they've not been able to and not American. Need about somebody to manage it. The dressing room was cool and Reverend Carluanch.
I feel waited there, Kwagu. It seems they're very bad.
I had a classic when I'm now
ye Rudy Gane ID on a Avaro career last day. And no about him. And no Fediva Bedi Crona. And
only Tremendous
Macona, now Marco Yidima Bako said, and yet Chiapayo.
Yes, and cause better.
Tabimuka reports that Bimuka is almost the try reach a Musu try. And same day, I said back of
a police case.
They can't wait because what is also best suspend you.
Of course, we may don't more air class economy.
I can't remember was a fool.
When you're that real near air covicity. When you are covicity. La mia ma. Was me by visit.
They try to name Freddy Babedi Namu. Nana, come on, about you. They do on the fan colony be about Pitach. But when you Pitach, Master, now you say when they that pays you one name, what do Pitach? Fine. That's not my dear. Says I, you go my dear. Basura for now married for reader. Sabona Messi Shea Kupijad this year. Suddenly, you know, married Nigeria.
But we.
But Tomeshan said, you are the boy. He was a Madrid Shena. Barca will celebrate the trophy, but this is the Madrid that sent women away.
Yes.
You see, Eddie, Wadibua, oh, yeah, who share ye Barceno.
But I know the match near match.
Some women away.
Ordinarily, can you match? Because league near over. But the fact that you show women away, no, and no qualm near match.
Louis Enriquez will be team. Who is our man team now rest? No more training.
At this point, in your rest, Semo.
Who would he be called? Not a tough match with the Alice.
He knows the kind of things what they are showing players in. So no more age. And Koku de omo work some machine. So they ever start showing now okay. You more born fan to throw. Thank you in possession and I born way ho. But then you more born fan to throw. A co thrower. Only say jibo na ejit free some baku mienu miensa obey frustrated. Onyane game no it will be in our advantage. So you have to send your man. Well, that's what I'm about to back.
Yeah, and then only likely.
Yeah. I dare ask that about you.
Why?
I dare ask that about you.
As a ball, ultimate predictable. Say the Biabe counting me will be that chance. But as I for like for me, say I took over the Valencia.
But ask now more match.
So my neck, oh, there.
Ask now more match.
Who wrong? Of coach, you know. That means you lose a game and check it.
Don't show me a
and the woman say, South here, you see, no, my dear, team net down. Or some man, you care for me breaking my for the record.
A solid team.
About team on Shadow Koto, or weakling, you know, goalkeeper, no, them. And it's not about goalkeeper, but Quaro, or you for. And only the problem, pa. He's not a bad goalkeeper, but you for as a pressure banner so or panicking kitting. Or no weak because no I patchu. Mistakes or anyway no.
I'm correct no.
Kamakinyos.
Correct no.
We so Akimi Besaba.
Oh Besaba.
Asana Momo Jumaye. The only thing I am so master and say almost one fine solid defense pa almost an
Jumano. But over the last 16 matches at Paris Saint-Germain, any English opponent have back where she 29 to 19 goals considered 29-19. 16 I think 11 wins, 1 draw game and 4 losses.
But a good final.
Yeah, good final. And yes, and now did you Inter there. That much in the air.
Yeah, here's the chance and a crab. Here is the chance and a fight.
Sure.
2 crown like that. 2 crown puno kwaku. A man confirm right here as an afford over.
There be on way away.
Your PSG already know. Fine motivation no last season when again. But it is a club Madiba on your Champions League down.
David.
The man confirm right here as an afford over. Your Ajumana Tete no. I take it down with a ball of Ferry and Fantory. Who you mistake no mudi can show ultimate that.
As na do nya show.
Omo mpayo mo nyina e ba ko pe.
One goal no.
Say do na team baba. Ko be white dey fa don ko kunwe.
Akoni mo di.
Kunwe e fa be white nko. Madiba, remember na yanku e but ma unze jouer for team of the week naba. The Nance mo be projected there to so man ko for hwia. David Raya, Pogba, William Saliba, Pacho. Na Maukwat Kelia, Joshua Chemic, Rice. This I do Bukayo Saka, Ousmane Dembele, and Luis Diaz. And Luis Diaz, and the why you Liverpool be papa.
Mamena sena mintia for na ime ni akonya dam. Concerning Luis Diaz and Sema Wakana, it's not entirely in the fault.
Oh, okay.
In the sense that what the reason why he left Liverpool to Bayern Munich now was all about financial situation. Now we are Branton Modembo, any Nema no ye Edma Liverpool. No who say ne output no it is better than Liverpool Edema no. And here was the case whereby was Onyini. Luis Diaz HM 27 years. And as a footballer, we all know say the peak of a footballer when you are from 25, 26, 27, 20. That's where players normally peak. I say because of social media and also on say there are some players that are generational talent. So in areas you might get players that are young, but more talent, ever more eye to the top, but one in peak now also eduno. And they but talk about Lamine Yamal as a youngster, as a teenager, but nobody knows about the ceiling. And the Yamal a good industrials or the born aesthetically were good. And in terms of creative wise, na assist at the top there. But Yamal like in terms of finishing. Honor Brighton like and in modern day football, whether I liked or not, numbers count. And Mohamed Salah can say be was a football no don't could be the coach say in the ball na year born ubetimi atwa bibia the numbers and the most important thing. In the football na wie no e be wie say why na share yanko. Yeah, but that's why they change do. Ni na no account bet at the end of the day is the score line that matters. Then Luis Diaz when Neymar all year na or trying to peak. What should he do? Bayern Munich for over £200,000. Liverpool said was can Emmanuel. Bayern Munich was willing to give him that amount of money. He jumped ship. Liverpool gave that money and no penny to Cody Gakpo because they thought say Gakpo a youngster. And football, no, at times you have to let the old guard go because at that time, no, not Luis Diaz, any Anna Slot, and then the other players now Slot a coach on Abbo Maji, almost second league title in this century, and also in this era from 2000 to 2060, Maji 2 titles. And when Liverpool history now, no more 30 years without winning the Premier League. And so Luis Diaz, I decided their mom, now a club it is care bar also Jan Emmanuel. They thought say they could replace him with the likes of Chiesa, Rio Ngumoha because in Ngumoha we have Brighton talent, and skill set now and also Swadi. Yeah. Now Brighton in Bornebo. Yeah. So they thought with those players and where the pieces in now, Brighton never so they allowed him to go. Luis Diaz and when he has been Liverpool's lost and Bayern Munich's game. Yeah. And where Bayern Munich there were a time whereby they had the robbery. Robin and Frank Ribery Bilal. And Luis Diaz, Michael Olise, and then Hurricane. I'm on more different breath of life. And never conquered about me. I think so. Brighton took one of the best decision that the footballer as a man you can take. Liverpool might have lost because Uncle by America on the semi-final of the Champions League. Near bought the best players. Luis Diaz, can be.
Yeah.
And while name Lucho, Luis Diaz, and the day of the friend, no, the story, no, Kwaku, you might not blame him. This is a player from an abject poverty. Baby, you free, no, said in your problem, no free. And the D1 and the Yamia and Doko PM FC Porto. Now to Liverpool. At some point, I kidnap any papa. Then the Scar Eba. Now when age now, also man and he will go. And footballer wise also makes sense in the sense that as a footballer, we are trophies count. If not Hurricane at Tottenham, what was he lacking? Is it goals? Is it accolades? Is it name? Is it becoming the all-time top scorer in the Premier League? Because not between on any Alan Shearer, they almost 50 goals in the Dortmund team. So if Hurricane had stayed at Tottenham, you'd have broken that record.
Yeah.
But he knew say and you retire. The baby say Hurricane born or boy and share goals no. Trophy Drosan OJ. And people always forget. And you talk about Alan Shearer being the all-time top scorer in the Premier League. The goals record will be broken one day or the other. And years gone by, now Ebusa, who is the player with the most international goals? Nearby leader of Iran, 109 goals. And the round much time to go 130. Messi every time to go almost 120. What American. So goal scoring records will always be broken. But trophies are watching here. And here, a trophy are watching.
Your boss squad, the Dian,
Udi Ewo.
Yeah.
Alan Shearer and Alan Shearer won the Premier League Blackburn Rovers. On Chris Sutton. So he will say that he won the Premier League with less fancy Blackburn Rovers. But who are Tottenham team at some point in time, not Champions League final, you couldn't win it. So as a footballer, trophies count. Luis Diaz went to Bayern Munich. Now trophies in India. It's always more like a given that one day Crono, the Bundesliga, every Omodia. And the Dutch Master Schala, one of the trophies now. Bayern Munich see it to be their property. They always want to win it. To you imagine, coach have to go.
Tina, I feel like also be treble.
Yeah, and treble no son of my paying.
Yeah,
and they wanted to add this one to it. They understand. For me, I think Luis Diaz, he made the right decision, and for me, I think the footballer is playing right now is quite unfortunate. Bayern Munich couldn't go far, but he's making himself and his family proud.
They also compile no relationship.
He want me and call. Further to Travis, and beside over the Bundesliga, then be a prisoner.
So we are okay, dear. There be outcome. A man, young woman, and a war, and war fair, a one of 4, Sebi, a war 2, a war anymore. So we are away. Tinyankupo, my goose, I wish he was for Travis Naz and down.
Who's the players who are football? This is Michael Ballack. It which has a feeling, who is a Balako? 2002. 2002 now, Brazil shade German.
Yeah.
Say year no, or more come like Balaka or Rebel. Say year no, Olusu Champions League to Real Madrid final.
Olusu the Bundesliga
final day.
And the DIABY Pokal.
Also Lusu and also Lusu World Cup.
Yeah,
final to Brazil.
Final call movie.
Not
suspended.
Oh yeah, na. I say a Samba twice or by Chelsea in 2008 to say. Or somebody the same record.
So Oba and Abekai, Omne, Barcelona, Porto, Namne, Barcelona, Tom Hennet of Rebels. Yeah, incidents. So football is like our life. Because I always say this: if you want to know life, look at football. Today you might be up, the next day you are down. And then I thought, I have a problem. Runika said, Arsenal, Germany do after say Omupo the Champions League final. But they forget that the enjoyment of success is not the end result, it's in the doing.
Oh, okay.
We forget about that one. Look, for you finally we are not team of other PA or Arsenal Bejibiano. Abros 2-3 days. Sad then but and then that process Arsenal in the league phase or winning 8 matches or chef PSG or chef by Bayern Munich or Inter Milan. So in the doing, that's little success that you talk on. That's what makes the excitement or the success much more fulfilling.
That's how they get Champions League. I have Kujo on you know the trophy.
Team 1886.
Always want to criticize. Bayern Munich had champion. Paris Saint-Germain had champion last year. Yahoo celebrations from here.
That's the thing. And look, Arsenal was founded in the year 1886, and as of 2026, Yeka Arsenal on the Champions League, and it's not like Arsenal a mean team. Look, Arsenal. Am I one of the finest coaches football? Look, where the WM system look at coach Chapman. Only my 2-3-2-3 formation. In the early 90s. Sorry, the 1900s. A free mono. Look, at times I have been football. I don't know. People always like to look at things recently. But they forget that if you forget where you are coming from, at times, maybe a old corner, a bed in the amount. The people can send this says, oh, if you crow in it, 10 baya, oh, you're right, oh, Jabasi. Asana Yakano, and they Asana, Eka, or Europeans, like I most of them, and they obey George Graham. Kwagu, George Graham, no young manager, no go to the gallery. Graham was a manager that always liked to play and win, not about the aesthetics. In there's a point in time, not Graham, not Arsenal, elbow game, and after Arsenal, boring Arsenal. But the Kwaku, Nyamia come and send it image more. I know me say Arsenal bought airtime cry, but they won the Cup Winners' Cup in 1994. And MON-FRI knew how difficult the Cup Winners' Cup was. And then the Europa League, the Conference League, you know. They are wow, but the FA Cup. Or the Copa del Rey, or the Pokal. So what means is that, say, the one the league now, or the Pokal, or the FA Cup, no. All that could be Premier League in your Arsenal, your Man United, your Chelsea, your Liverpool, your Man City. With those teams I'm moving in, only one can win the Premier League. And
picture,
yeah, Kwaku, maybe I'm picture and best send. And the American says, what means is that they are kind of wearing own team, they will go to the Cup Winners' Cup. Now, to call the Cup Winners' Cup, they are kind of where would they go to play? They have to play the Cup Winners' Cup to draw on. It means obey stronger than team and the over the Europa League. Commit magic up at the 19 for the Premier League. And I be a team with the Europa League because they expanded the slots. So with my disease, not about the Europa League. But that time, not by Intercogma Sunday, I need the amount. It's not Arsenal, not from the boring Arsenal, but that's the image. David Seaman, Tony Adams, now the winter band more, eventually, they won the Cup Winners' Cup. Not playing pretty. Okochi from 86 to 1994. Even with that, because almost a Giska, and a man Ekoya, Bruce Rilk, Ebaya, and Sana at Veng Eba 95 96, went to the rest of history. Now, Kwaku is it more journey or Fakye TV on Facebook number also TV. So Kwaku look at the screen. On the day, boring Arsenal. And George Graham. So Arsenal, your team, you need to say about AFO. This was Arsenal, and they were winning with it. The next year, they reached the Cup, Europa Cup final. So if and they, Arsenal and Arteta, and if they're able to reach the final, Kwaku, where from the first?
They're good to go.
They're good to go. So Kwaku, Mamka Krebi or Real Madrid, na member the Champions League na Yemre look, Real Madrid, Diano. Now Ricardo about the problem. For me, the big elephant, like what Ricardo said, Paris. Call life, you don't do the same thing, expecting different results. Perez will retire as Real Madrid's greatest ever president. That one, no doubt. Cannot go can Real Madrid, Abeka and Santiago Bernabeu yesterday, because he's a manager, he was a player, he did everything. Eventually, as a president, he was the reason why Real Madrid became an Adrian of the Champions League. And they, if you are he never Madrid any president after president, but the man that came in and brought that Real Madrid, how we used to know them, because under Bernabeu, Real Madrid were buying the best. And Yamatra Makwe into De Stefano, Barcelona, Becaso, Atletico Millonarios. Real Madrid eventually get him. Raymond Kopa, they will bring him to the club. Ferenc Puskás, they will bring him to the club. So it doesn't matter who will play and only Bono will be in Kwadia. Benebio will bring you to Real Madrid because Real Madrid believe he said at the Kings club, you come there. When Perez came in, he decided to go on that route. Barcelona captain and Luis Figo. Now they are unprecedented. Not Barcelona star player, but they are captain. I know a world best player. We brought him to Real Madrid. Or the Zidane, every 2 months, buy. He bought Ronaldo, David Beckham. But don't mean a buy, you know. One thing that Perez, not referee, say, no, managers, I want to win for like Ghana for a Takano. That time, not Real Madrid, a coach, a certain Vicente Del Bosque. And Del Bosque being the manager, but Del Bosque and your manager name for those fanciful football because no, or retire from Real Madrid as a player, no, we and one teams Gidibiasa. And when Real Madrid Juma he won Real Madrid 2 Champions Leagues. Not that team, no, so near was a thing Claude McLeary, and Real Madrid DM. Nelson's award the leader of the back line and the team in Fernando Hierro. Perez, I said there be on no go only say the coach, you know, Oyi. Del Bosque man koye McLeary enye fancied because 77 looks in enye somebody that with Maton. He brought in Beckham, Zidane, Figo, Raul on paper. Having those players, you know, kwaku fair. But football, no, you need some structures to work. When those players came in, no, eventually we also the team no balance. There no another screen no. Now I want McLeary Echo to the balance. Perez gave the power to the player. Real Madrid went 3 seasons without a trophy, and that was the last time Real Madrid Echo that drought no man the trophy. Eventually, or resign. And a Ramon Cadron here, a buy. When Ramon Cadron came in, Perez got me a mistake. About the second round, then he made sure that those mistakes no here. Obey Sano, Comusa in La Liga, no. Not the best manager at that time, no, with BRL, near certain Manuel Pellegrini Apamonte. God not were building the team with BRL, we do semi-finals of the Champions League. As you echo PM to the final. To an buy and look, Pellegrini the team no many bad. They clocked over 90 points in La Liga. And because that same year, Guardiola's Barcelona got 99 points. So 99 points, 96 points for Real Madrid, you can't. Barcelona won it, was a derby. He upgraded on Pellegrini. He brought in Jose Mourinho. At that time, now per the top 2, Alabeka Guardiola and Mourinho. And I figure some the same in Domo. So he brought Mourinho, a better manager than the other one. Obiano, signings to 2 on our signings. No. First one, no only say, oh, Beckham near Figo near Zidane, Raul, Ronaldo Munino, there be. Or sign wine, Chabi Alonso Olano, or a defensive midfielder. Obiano, or Ronaldo, of Karim Benzema, of Raul Albiol, of Alvaro Abeloku Karim Edom Ebai, no way say you build a team with that way. The following year, no, or sounds of a Garbemo Edebere, Ebeka, the rest was then history. Or sounds who say football Edani. Real Madrid cannot compete with state-owned clubs like PSG, like Man City, or more a man and also more ascending. Real Madrid intimidated 1 year. Let me find the talent before they are hatched. And ABOU, Mamimpe will be a nim young players. And this is the Etienne. Namin Fanny Embra or Farwine, Juni Calafat. Okay, Juni Calafat say, Omega showed the best young talent in South America. On found Real Madrid before they are hatched. Who did they get from that, you know? And that is final. Emma Real Madrid, Rodrigo Goyes, Vini Jr., Valverde, and Andrew Lunin no account because that time not our Dimitro Petrovsky Ukraine. With those young players on FBI, those players and they won 2 Champions League for Real Madrid. So he learned and always learning. But this time around, the mistake is he has gone back to the early 2000s, giving the superpowers to the players. And players are like every human being. So much the person on your power, or on your sabi, a baby be a better on Quasabi, ope. And I'm a rumor to do Moduno. Never very Chamani, Rudy Gamon, Kairasmo, in the box. For me, I think, say, until Obesano, Prima Kwaku, Timmy the Avia, and was BAC. Now, PAG.
She never 3 minutes and Coniam Benaso.
PAG, Yamo Omabaso. Ricardo Abo, Payphone Abaso, Obo, Luis Campos, and Luis Enrique. For me, Mebo Nasser Al Khalifi. Mebo Nabaso. Kogun Madia, we are simple. And so, wow, bet not to, then I'm in the Yamamensa. So that you are the last person to realize that the way and any. Because when they bought their club, no, they took over. No. They thought, say, the best way to go is, say, let's find the best of players. Let's give them the powers into. I quite remember at some point in time, Neymar, no best of copy of Brazil. For instance, stand a bad day. Tomato got China, some my uncle. Neymar said, Debbie, or he bypassed Thomas Tuchel. Then he went to Nasser Al Khalifi and told him, say, but that will call Mr. Beb, the coach of my course, you can go. That was how PAG was run. Only Leonardo Nascimento Araujo.
I'm coaching also now.
Yes, so that best sporting director at the moment
was time.
And to me, no.
Similar to Abreu.
And no more like they were giving the powers to the players. Poetino video boy. Almost every money they be obey be a bresa, kiso gotinum, umbresa. Mbappe need to because of me position memo. This for player game mommy. But after say Mbappe koyeno, I like it now not the baby. All powers, sporting powers, no, I've given it to the manager. And they me to player, I'll consult you. Which player do you think will see the system of PAG? And the culture of the club is Sanama in Titama. Enrique called PAG, you know. The first 1 year, no one said a nephew, not that club facilities in him. You have to know how every details is being run at PAG. For Ahalifi gave him that power. But others of Coco Chelsea would have gotten the same power.
Was that Mundina is all presenting a project in the Choma or MON-FRI?
Yeah.
Or man is
out. I tell directors near Betano.
Man is out.
Paul Stanley more, a bad more, and then I thought Bolly Namus was so honorable. And to answer that obedition, I had to pass through all of them. And sending to one, you have no power. They will tell you what to do. So for me, Ahalifi deciding that let me give the powers to the manager and Okwagu, Taylor results. Now back-to-back Champions League finals. Now can the last team away at Liverpool 18 and at 19.
Yeah.
And only few teams pay. And I get the Champions League are defending. You have to go way back. Real Madrid 5 times in a row. Then you get Bella Gutman's Benfica 61 and then 1962. Then you go forward. Then you have the Ajax team, Rinos Mikkels, Ebelde. But I'm not just 71 or Koi, but I still want it 72, 73. Or much at 2 and 74. And they by Munich Ebelde 74, 75, 1976. Or much at 2 Liverpool Besum. Liverpool age 77, no 78. And almost got 2 and I'm not for us Besum. Or much 79. And I'm 80. Under Brian Clough. Almost Ebelde. Or much we got AC Milan 89, 1990. And Arrigo Saki, almost edgy a defender. You buy the new format, no, only one club per and I just defended, and that's Real Madrid. Not the almighty Pep Guardiola's Barcelona. Final back-to-back community man, because Barcelona called 209 Ecuador, 2010, and Inter Milan Mourinho, in Ecuador, 2011, no question Man United. So they won it twice in 3 years. They couldn't reach back-to-back finals. And for French clubs, they way at the first time, French club are already the final. French clubs about Obieno about 3 finals, the most A2. In Stade Reims, about 56, number 59. Real Madrid, in both occasions. And then they Yebenya Marseille, 1991. Red Star Belgrade, yeah. Eshen on penalties, EDG, and 1993. Kabedi Pele, Koneki Kabasili Boli. And now we have Bobo FN say PAG reaching the final again for the second time in their history. And for me, you give the players you give the manager. But all those in their man, if Halafi and Kwan swallow on one pride, and just to say, let me change my hand. Now me coach the powers are A B Akwaku. a PhD without which way.
Well, a fantastic one day, but Omoja Mapa. Omoja clearly no problem now.
Mbappe do about you
clearly. Oh. Me can't ya na brass monte. On na be good team no.
No good team ya.
Be kwa ku nya no kwa. And when as you how do you blame him? Tony Cruz ko e na to na buy.
Oh, they be Madrid there.
Madrid ko na to na buy.
Madrid DT. Di ba the American.
Kwa ku eti.
Bayern Munich team yo. Ko ku na nkini so bu ye film.
Na say no.
Mbappe na me am.
Rastaman true one stood.
Na no ye different no. But sa counter attack you bi na nya. Say Mbappe li pass na to wa. Give you a chance fufuro. Into the late to na nua monse no na nya title mu free. But Mbappe ball no ball ne nsem na Pochettino chire mu ne de. Me on da bia me kan sem chen kofu ya dis here e Mbappe on. The BBBR to say Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah, and the
achievement man on more than the Emma, but the only thing is that Ronaldo get to a point. Everything you might be a no more Bobo Mama do Jimmy.
This is
tell me go kill. Uncle no kita pichichi di ora. I don't
back to back pichichi.
I don't onya La Liga kwa na we marry ma.
I have gonna dembe first a play or dembe G treble.
Why?
La Ronaldo pichichi bi no. La Liga oji 2 pe.
I mean, to say, idol.
To say, the idol, yet troublesome. The idol, yet troublesome, say.
And my people or bad or no need the acco is only yesterday. Champions League, go king. Sempre na France, but you World Cup womb.
Ballon
no, you are cook, only go king. What I feed your mom. Ballon d'Or, me nyɛ sure say be depending on the champions.
What
players no mu go mu di ni World Cup.
Na that Dembele na ye kan. Second all the last year no she 34 goals or so. This year no be 18 19 goals. But Australia World Cup on Kobe. And you be a recency syndrome. Say World Cup on Edrua and Ballon d'Or Eben.
Of course.
Eben the year there the World Cup Champions League you know be
for the 10 or 4-2 the ma World Cup on the baller.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Now they don't mean Kwaku. They don't mention 91 goals. Kwaku football by. It means that's how you.
World Cup be in Ronaldo Tanafi 2002. Or share World Cup and you go in the gym. Ballon d'Or the best player.
South time too. Not players been a year. Champions League now. Real Madrid team no. Now we say that like they na a seen now per se.
Yeah, what they almost said.
Oh, they make a payment. That time is remember Ballon d'Or. A Ronaldo Messi man that hype no. Before another mess, Ballon d'Or any that
I agree. Bauze, ya wadibu wa edaho. World Cup no so chain tournament be a boss.
Agree.
It's the World Cup.
Yeah, you too.
And on one tournament ko ku boy mobile bi anka.
Of course.
But sanko fo mi no. Ebe 10 ya no. Ebe dize 2010. So obodi no obi aka Snyder, obi aka Snyder. And the man then ya say this same Snyder send the team by ya ba do World Cup.
O ga you go kin World Cup no.
Ba oni atifie ni afẹ say chama meje.
Walk out because there two of them go go mpo.
Otifie ni afre.
Two of them walk out one go wan.
Otifie ni afre so magic. Meanwhile na check Ballon d'Or winners na from 94 na the ball. He players na ejeje no. Oko World Cup ko performing na waje. Zidane say na France 98 final game na
2 goals na.
And they because that year no na say wa Champions League final lose to.
Yeah, na Madrid there.
Obu Madrid share Juve one. Na Zidane part of Juve squad. Edi Madiba World Cup we there etitia na be one.
Also the World Cup say this well because all this make a chairman. Dembele make a chairman.
What you after Cristiano Ronaldo akon. Yeah. My any comments we do all us as we Mbappe pena ya beto aso amam ya ba sisi a.
To ompem ya wo enam ensa ya de so ho. Esra say oba no onye wo yire na bema no so nye okunu a ene die kwan so. And Shahua, me money find shame. If it is not on, it is not in. Yan share na pomoden so emye peye. Me kai say, Lawson Herbal Center, Lawson Beverages, Ebuakwa Canaan, Kumasu Asante Mantamu, Yamia Dom, near the Swanti, and the Penny Quancher for Jura. Doctor Lawson Che Menu, and fear a Juno enum. 25 years and ya buying amani pedia na ya si ade kwan na ya hwam na ya mrenti ya fuma ya de ba adro a etu ya de ase na eni how be on echi no ma na me adro Lawson Herbal Mixture wo ma yen hye nenso ene wachi Lawson Local Mixture so ya ma na me adro etu enam ensa ya de bia semane ko e more than said dosun the santi ene Samote Yabodin, ne and Samrane, the Virgin Doctor, the Virgin Doctor, the Virgin Doctor Ayajuma Lawson Locke, Aye, Amagana Ma, ne Merimenti, Enna, Emano, Ejna Mema Nemu, Atro Doctor the Dean, the Virgin Doctor no. Nemu no, Yanya Sheye, Esana say Yadie, Eya, Yadie, Eya, a trend was Yaw Adie. Osho de ye na osho onum ye na osho na ye a yade bia ni ho maka ye honam nti e bia na wafom amayade ba onum adra no madra wo din onum adra no madra wa danse onum adra no adra ni ensunsaso bone no machi ye mi ansanti Lost Herbal Products unblemishly we are standing tall 25 years if e bia nkan ye hoda no me di mo danse e ba na frefre e jumade mu oto adra yi bi Obanum the saying, or Padodo, and that what tongue, and the Diamond Church, Yaninkomo on 0242 133 577 0242 133 577 0242 133 577 0242 133 577 and at 0248 61 99 0248 61 99 0248 61 99 Now what did you beer about Lawson Herbal mixture, Lawson Locke mixture, and after Gileman capsules. At the end there said ne yen ya dear ya buying a many per dear, ye see a dear quine, the power chow, upon what day said about concroyan frame. Na ebo by me de especially a bema Lawson Dileman abu I mean can I for say tete no obes and na mutimi nyini ye mfehia ebia ye adwotwe adwokron wo ha ne akire wo ha ne adwonum ahanum na no moye den abu na sabe nimdie mantra so nti no odua no bae na enu anya ne bre mu na aso watwa ala wotu no wadi bene nimdie ntra so nti fertilizer application dosun onyanene so and how many per dia the power choda for make I will say e obedi di eye danya obedi di e dia obanom the santi no wodi no wo ya hweye no na osaso akai say be ya de manti no one madra ebehwe atete maso dia ma wo Lawson Dileman capsules the madra e de bomb body kind no MSC especially prostate you know bema a healthy prostate makes a complete man abu sa kwa no ana organ no mema ne ma ye hye bodie sabi woni makita hodie mu no sabi ya husane no sabi ya husane ya hoba mu no edetie no edi djuma wom etochima na ha na eya aba oma ye nhare nso omuoni eku o prostate ho now the bomb atoso a bombo dro any instance so bone no machi no Lawson Dileman capsules if you do sabi krama kwati e do din yentire mu adwuma e be Lawson Dileman mu nya no nko a ye hwe bomagu ochi ye hwe akomowre ye hwe nufotene to mention a few natural herbs the what din na how be any actually akabo mu a ye chi and topa ye say Dileman capsules to your bema now we enfi edun wochi 18 e konkon ade a yade ho yade ni ho me say bambo nti no madroi bi na the air den say o pa no yie no ne susaso no enta ahena sahena nan mu a for a double triple quadruple effect no for Lawson Locke ye unsuo na for no topa Dileman na basa ukoto dwem ebeye den o pa echi ebeye den osisim ebeye den we adwumaden acha onte bra Lawson Dileman capsules near drone a din, Mayan Shannon son, Bama, wo a fiddle watch 18 air conquan, and it's me and be. Obviously, dog, media may worry you. Oba may be made a con of Debbie, Sabion, now pointed yes or no. Mama, your brother, Sonny, and ya, be she bills a hot door. I guess sounds no more barn, Sabio, 110 Hong Kong. Why it costs 90 with a friend crave Bama, Oper, Drabber, Bois, or man, my mua, we enter a Juma, and Peggy Juma. Mirikatwa juma enkoto wo yakuani okwa fuma bom wasia obedo obehye obepam obedua obetwa se na de adwuma no emu ahoden no Lawson Dileman they shall post for fire service personnel the military attention at ease about 10 they have painters tada ho twa ni ade ipa bre shankafo driver hane bogoso ahane hamile to mention a few bema adwumaden a wo ye bia no tise benya ahoden amebia kodoso twa no prostate wedroni din no Lawson Dileman capsules Yamon Komo on 0242 133 577 0242 133 577 0242 133 577 and 0248 61 99 0248 61 99 what did you move about Lawson Dilemma Abu? You come on. I go chef no chief for now say. Lawson law care. Na bear ma de be you are. O de banum chopaye Dilemma capsules no. Men ko fancy you. For law care mix chane ye wunsu. Na fa no chopaye no. What me dey dance ria na pam yenu. E me no dem. Abu me wie na de e dene say. Ba wo chow o your ba na impo ya de kra ma ya. Ho siesie be koyie. Na be your bemu ya bebuo obey your besima bema ne be do obey waye obey ntemontemu asemu a wadro ne din no ane Lawson law care mixture amaye din the virgin doctor mpowo ajobe do dwan it doesn't matter obey secondary version Lawson law care 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 mixture ane adro ne din ojama natural antibiotic ebi Lawson law care ni mutu no mu ha bia eni echi mo yan shana so bodu be fe na be ya akono a Lawson law care the boss Bona Andy of the Bona show fame was agree yao hey yao yade mana nyaw amone mu ase enso gu aseke kaw ehyew enka ba ho ni na be firi ho akwa Lawson law care ti da odi adanse ye kuma se de KNG Herbal Apidank Misty Freddie Mens, Habme, Samenko, Adia Osons, or Sabeka Bioho, Quadaso, DVL and Shanimu, Yanko Lawson Enterprise, director wife, or Bar Pabeki, Quadaquajodia for the drinks and more, Lawson Enterprise, Oko Kepkusokotokraba, Yanko Pena Herbal Shop, Asantimampon, Sewa Herbal Shop, Obuase, a smart herbal, a beer to be across the country Ghana there. Say a pharmacy for the counter herbal bodino now in Sankabu. Lawson herbal products. The Muna send still in kind na yane moi ena enom pedasi.
This is sports.
Are you a singer or rapper with a raw street talent? The search has begun for the next big talent in Gifted Icon Season 2, Street Crown Edition. Entries of Gifted Icon Season 2 is now open. If you've got the voice, the attitude,
Ghana Arm Wrestling Association no Miami chairman pimper fene Charles Osasibi era ne Orwani Chema Mayor ewo nkran patem no odana se won supporter obo mo de mo time a you stage ma de no botema na omuro mo no ani fie ne nkoma a omo kokoko die no se na pimpa no ebo modern etimi
Accra. And for us, we appreciate the gesture. So we have brought you here to dine and to interact with the mayor of Accra. In a short moment, he will go around and then have an interaction with you. But before he does that, Mayor, we want to thank you for the encouragement you gave us. We want to thank you for the support you gave us. We want to thank you for bringing us to your residency. This gesture means a lot to us. It tells us that when we are in need, or when we are running, when we are being chased, we have a hope.
Anti eno ye komana Akramea. Painful Kokukuru Arm Wrestling for no one if you know. Now the Nyame boss, Mr. Charles Osasibi, Edapin Panase. Na Mayor Michael Pakpo Alote. As Obama did in Como, Chese, Obama Basso, Ejumadi Arm Wrestling for the year. Now, or her crowds in need, Obama Modena with me after the Panabe 30 year. A baby Rama Assembly or no Maria Bridge Manabwa, Manema Kuisi, na Pimpano Sodenen Etuja.
But as I always say, too much talk doesn't bring nothing. I said it and it's happening here. AMA is going to have a 30-member team among you.
Did you hear that? They didn't hear. Oh, you don't understand?
Let me say it again. AMA is going to have a 30-member team, which we are going to employ them for them to work and earn money. So I leave that to your leaders. They will do the selection, and from Monday you can start work. They will think of how to put out a team together. Your Excellency John Dramani Mahama say things and he does that. And now people said we'll pay a year or something.
The lawyer Honorable Michael Pakpo Alote Ebomoderi Tuja. The Komono Doso Papa Barianquenim na Yenin Komo Kakra. Na Mammy no never content time for the other day. And Tokwe Koso the former Vice President of the Ghana Football Association.
So who's that?
My try my way.
Also no young power time will be in
the past 7 years, everything in our football has been about you and your cronies. However, you have failed to produce a single world-class player who could match up the qualities of the likes of Mike Essien and Samuel Jan, Suleiman Tari, and all kind of anymore as a Obobobo, Kuyasa Mohammed Deg, what in the Niat. Now, since I hear about Coach, we are as well as I'm a travel for.
Okay, that's a watch
or a Dino Bobo, you know, or Kuyasa Moa John Pinto, Deg Watson, and so on. The now since I'm here inside, we are or Sunday back could be so much patrol. After we don't Uncle George clear anywhere. Now, but also OTD or can. This is a question teaching Mr. Fred Papo, late Jordan Anabla, Mr. Fred Krinstel, Mr. Kujo Fianu, Mr. Awanya Meche, Dr. Randy Abbey, and others. Thank you for putting the nation interest above personal gains. So that was the next one of Bomodi Sandy too. Now, you know, Sheikh of your senior position. I was a senior way, and over 2026 is a magical year for the Ghana football. World Cup Black Stars, WAFCON 2026 Black Queens, U20 Women's World Cup Black Princesses, U17 Girls World Cup Black Maidens, U17 Boys AFCON Starlet, U17 Boys FIFA World Cup Starlet, U17 Boys WAF Starlet, U20 Boys WAFU, And Ghana man know very well that we need concentration and focus to navigate through, but he's deliberately creating distractions. Is this not witchcraft? Anyway, we remain focused on the assignment. Say a word of prayer for Ghana football. We read about us by also no young out town. And we pure I can't do it. Never could call so time for the no so. And from the former vice, so there's the other one in America. Mr. Agustin, Mr. Fred Papo, Late Jordan Anabla, Mr. Fred Cristel, Mr. Kuyo Fieno, Mr. Wenya Meche, Dr. Randy Aben, and others. Thank you for putting the nation interest about personal gains. When you now call back, see you squad nearby. Things are not trigger with the Abba. Ne home common idea. Why is it all feeling when you are talking about Ghana football? It seems you're interested in crowd. Whereas I don't know where my name I heard for them see boss. Master already is that right? Ye dig Ghana and common one come back. Ye fair. Say, oh, now you're ready. Say, oh, but Ghana, some money do Ghana, some then I'll walk you out and concentrate on my program.
Oh, but
and I say when can't so home can Ghana, some so to good year, actually, I think that we run. My ball league fixtures. League results are right. And there's no crowd league. There's no crowd. Yeah, the now so the factors no mo hwe kakra. Factors no conform really. Already yeah, because onye fair to me as anything concerning Ghana. See, I can't know where you need to be.
Because if I want to deal with people the way I want to deal with them, menya issue and ajuma benya issue. That is the only reason that sometimes I keep quiet.
But you shouldn't be that way.
Say, Sheikh Tofik Asemiya all kind. Say nya witchcraft na nipa na all din hon komone ya. So if I want to be hard on people, maybe I'll go overboard. He's one hypocrite person. That is why I don't want to talk about Ghana football.
Mami, we know you World Cup no.
Also be a witchcraft
fundraising no.
Na nyani pa bone sama na ma we wetro.
Mami ni we fi o meba. Martinez as a Stanbic Manga code donated 3 million cedis to the Black Stars for Mundia. Hey, Baku. Me, anyway. The Omoye American embassy. Foreign affairs, because as Kawara Maniba. Boys in could be a normal visas. Yeah, Obiaton take it almost bear 20 million. Obiabo Ghana can't take it. Almost bear 6,000. Omoko mom visas.
It is that take it no.
It is that way, baby, by AG require. And I the foreign affairs minister no. Omo say, and they still be na agent. Because
look what my guy said, American embassy.
As another American won't say.
No, person me chere say.
Ti baby na agent no. Omo aye de omo be ko no. Okwa no omo di na omo visas. With that reason
yeah, and
go into any no scar we na say.
3 million ga. There's
where new currency.
And be you know 30 billion na e be bro. E da be bro. Hey. Gakofo go stand 30 billion.
Where are you doing common on? Do you think say Banos fundraising as a force here? People don't have interest in it.
That one I agree. But
so why would they tell them to take away that money while I'm not turning down this amount of money? And for all you know, you said the year can say you're turning man for down. We all knew before this tournament, say the American embassy, when it comes to this tournament, very much stricter on Africans than any other continent. Kwaku, you know, I know.
And another crime got TS Senegal for officials and Makumaku 6. As Omoka, if you know, Omu team that you are 6 or my mom.
So that's what I'm telling you.
No, by yeah, Caribbean, Kobanya fair.
Nobody
is teaming no, Madiba, Memania, the Amama. They've been a tournament to say a man of World Cup, is a polar name country. Omo Meji visa, Omudi boom, Tuji and Yafi na Aquembazia, and Yafi na Aqua. In America, one out to me no pa.
Yeah.
Abia intimate yon. Bon, ye fair to ye. Bon's all catch him is Obi Kuchi have his fee 2,000 something. Only almost someone to be shown where this is the integrity fee. No, per moment, Uchia, if you're very fine, the amount. So, corner do what she has over Saba. In that years, no be the amount. Koku can in my Kako Bay 5,000. Ubia to Ghana ticket. Kekako Bay 6,000. Se ushie obi kro yewe kra wa sha se ye sama region bi
bibi o dan ni sa
ni we nyina wa bossa aka no kuduru a na wa nipa na ndi okwa awoma ano mo yesa Jesus ka we no omo gina aman na boa e de Ghana fo no nyina pese ko no omo pese omo de omo ko omo de omo akwa na ze kwaku se no me no
say the entire Nancy science mostly I prefer not to talk about it. Say we have people you do ma gun your man no say omo hwenye no ma yem fama yen. But they've decided not to do anything to it. They've decided to make things flow. No mo nyai no mana Ghana for so far. That is what they do. That is what they do. Do you sure say when our people step in my yem penny for ya to aba mo when they want to step in, no me your say okay, we are going to the World Cup. Yeah, Jessica to send supporters to the World Cup. And you know what we have and Famaya. We just say they won't do anything about it.
Or maybe we are found.
So people that do not so money they are not doing anything for us. So what I say?
I
have to go and prove. Men go fan no be bring family when no church no ma say World Cup no na den say me no church no be bring bi when nya qualification. Then that
thing ya me kwaku use me adu wenti na me da mami da. Wenti na me person kan England for bi o kwaku World Cup do it sa fashion.
Yeah,
you see, that's why most people had that problem when the hosting right came out. Now America can become America is one country, but I like or not, they're the one controlling the world. And I Donald Trump him how on a bank say other people foreigners buy into America. Even Mexico for cross American war. Or two was said about Mexico for come by America with me but inside America. And maybe I'm sorry.
Catch a FIFA say. Onye ready to
World Cup.
World Cup.
You the nipa never be World Cup no.
You the nipa na eko.
Yeah, and you see Jenny Infantino. It's more like he's in bed with Trump. If you want to be in his good books, you never know better award on say the peacemakers whatever or man award or about no draw for the World Cup no. And then also the World Cup no, we is always the tickets pricing. Everything about this World Cup is much more expensive as compared to any other World Cup.
Yeah, we agree. Inti no so be to Ghana. No we remote on a ticket. Sa nipa. Mo na mo say mo na ma akon kuzi nipa na kono yes on ba be yina pi. Say Madiba, this expensive World Cup.
Yeah, we understand.
It is obi atimanya kwa buki hotel. Aye ne niam akwaku ato ticket. Ghana ni England match pa ticket
bo.
Obeduru as Madina na visa.
That ticket no nya ne den.
Ricardo,
people put in place to help Ghanaians to liberate us. Yenyi
as a Kuma no mo de o ma dwen person mu
safre no na ye pay.
Are we not part of the reason why ABOU mu dan visa in the sense that member time World Cup ne ba na Americano almost most Ghanaians on the social media platforms you will feed something that you may say a trivial at the mouth wouldn't say enya hwe but in the social media a powerful tool and some member shebre in the diaspora it will be sebi cookie to emu social media ke bi anko bi enim no otimi video bi na trend ma America and wonya konya e de akọ no enti ne e ba no most Ghanaians onwe America ye kwa yemba forgetting that e ba no space na yomo dia enti oye sa video nipa na oti embassy what would they be thinking and then chair on say company bi na na social media boys Nigeria ne Ghana ni bi and omo ye mu ko say asala omo a chiro bi say na company no e compensate omo later on the kwaku Nigeria ni be videos omo da company no sa video no ye no ye omeri na di. Do you understand where I'm trying to arrive at? So you might think it's trivial. We might be making those videos for fun. Say acquire my and they
but who's the Sujama Yameba? As a boss, we have more people in US who can watch the World Cup. Who is has a dual cooking? It means say what fundament on count because it is the last time no we Sujani do say be more jaw with to watch at one akobi. I think Ghana people have come and run away all the time. So they will keep refusing us visas. And only Tina. But World Cup winner in England, and I Russia there.
I think Russia
there. And because Omona, Abia, document near the normal, but me say a coffee. World Cup, I been a lane man now, now maybe owns who share. You do this major tournament, no, yen in your year. You think they come and enjoy.
Yeah.
Abia, a young media man, and I've been so. ya been in Qatar obeko US akwako obiduru aso okọ ma bi there na ode hwe there na ode je because okwa kusua de ye ti ade a me makase me ade a me pese me nya bi hwe da Copa UEFA Champions League final ene di anka de chi Arsenal
ni
me do kwa na me ti Budapest Champions League me pe final obi ara na da yeso oguvra sie ma ka chenze me makwa afkonda ba afkon me mesan ko nesi afkon be si Nigeria till 2050 kura me twen
ba 100 then them more
you see Madiba they
understand
but your nation are qualified for the World Cup your ba na mu deny visas meanwhile on paying for Ghana am kan hwen fa ho so only say na be yon person obi abema okroma why do you bid for a World Cup
you won go
jai to another country bi nya dey in fact say Qatar J World Cup no mo you ready say we are seeing na say mo baba be go oh yeah we hire card na e dey ama wo ya nko bi kura dey okra hire card o mo dey mai mumra na mo mehwe e no na che so okokura ba mo ba na mo di na mansa kwaji 3 million
na yankro for go media personnel go Qatar me see US ya hwe ya Ricardo ye be what tournament the number of journalists here omo aduru on ebi omu nu 20
no but these people they treatment omo dem we Africans na enye fair very sad these people no treatment omo dem we Africans no enye fair uni ni na so dey esere omo ko media na so na omo business
of course
na be dem say ko media na onya
uni omo ko omo no mbenya bo obi obewe no enye fair sometimes dem bu aro Madiba people would love to go with them. But only World Cup where historical one. First time we had 3 countries in hosting
World Cup.
So imagine
standing countries no.
That first time I walk up 48 ABC that.
It imagine say we are Ghana ni na Ghana boy match US and Canada we. Maybe as game we mon kobo in Mexico. Which be impossible ni area. Koku how would you feel?
It's a good test.
Historical.
Even got that travel experience, maybe from USA to Mexico, Crampon, what my bath, all those and I call train with all those experiences there. But this challenge in it will be difficult for us to take away this problem. It's not only the football I can ask about. Where the UN, the Security Council. How many Africans also? 0, none. The fate of Africa, so they do as they please with us. And after like we are happy with those crafts now, and any little thing maybe after we are good to go. And we are not ready to voice out because if you want to voice out, when you say they will just cancel you out. That's how the G5 or the G6, that's what they've been doing to Africans. And yes, how do you if you go back to history, Africa so much chairs the Berlin Conference. This is what I'm going. How much Britain, Ghana, France, Togo, we fight Victoria Guinea. That's what they did to us. Amande, Yetiana Nasa will be a catchier, will be to know was rain because on table.
America, dear. It's not a place that we have a David. David. The kind of no more you know how we see who move it hano because you put him for no kuma na na akwa yese menim say then for the for our forefathers as then who miss idea na me hu na me panya de sa pledge ni hwan God bless our homeland Ghana
God bless all line
Ricardo we are more as you like the pledge
na Ghana ni opo mo me petrol to Ghana unya 15 maka dem say
population 30 something
omo me petrol to Ghana maka unya 15
believe that
na me baba school now abuna say God bless our homeland untimi kana wo teacher ma beto
believe that about say ekwale kan tem ni pledge na you understand say hey rade ya man kolan chantro ade
wasting people's time
omunyo ameba we tia say so
Kona film no ncheda nye kuru papa amomum no nyoma nto moye no mayi people can do things for Ghana to be a place to be but they decided not to ya na ko fa ba
we na so
toka na mo kono so toka na wo pese wo di mi ko ho no obi ma me penya asem
no but it seems that the former vice president of Ghana di ba ne bo of party called transbon make ni na ye no squad na
kwa kwe ma me kan se bi nchira squad na me emergency make kan one say but see why ya am na is as me
because next time you should be say by you don't want to talk I'll walk you out
Mati o dey I can't challenge your seat. So let me work. Kwagu, squad never told no. Said you see, I am a pen no me back no mammy. Back on the was say a buy any idea, no mammy, no, that be it was say a buy, you know.
The topic.
Ha. So say, what first squad near that one now? That's also a kind of cratch unia. The shape to affect me, young to was ever be defend the idea we are. Me, I will question the young man, and I in comes on me. I will question it.
Oh, okay.
So what to make us will be a less year, they be our country. Who catch and say the oil and a rich and your rich craft, I want the oil now. Say, Nipa Bonisem, and also with dim rassle, a decoran so, I had the assessor. Can you tell me that the call up was a justified call up? Bendidia Samano was some artist. No, how many games this is? How many clean sheets? Your friend goalkeeper or T-Bench to Dream FC. You are defending this. Are you being normal? Also, be there by you. Who the Nipa Bonisem? Who come among for career? Then everybody sometimes that guy is giving me all for Samates, keeping goalposts, doing everything that he's supposed to do for the team. Why you call up? What's the one friend? You are discouraging people, and whenever you say more, you are discouraging people because when you work hard so much for something, now you're farmer will tell you your bomb to me. So Emmanuel Kobe, he won the league with Babiani Gold Stars, and this season they competed favorably. Still, they have the chance of winning the Premier League. Yeah, Freno. Say unless maybe Gold Stars or map no goalkeeper nenko, maybe my sumo goalkeeper nenko. Some NBS says I'll pardon them. But what of Dida na made in Hong Kong?
The Sabates guy.
What of him? Remember no bo Ediana no. Sa two na my friend one Ghana on him two bo.
Ebene adade.
On him two bo kroma.
Adade.
And I always want to use me a man for some more cano. Now they account some of their trouble. He's a communicator, he's a communication person for the Ghana Football Association. Into ever be defended, but so Brandon Samna Uncle George can say a witchcraft or any pop bonini and almost say a man for career. If Sana Walker say a by some no panini or not any pop bonini as a man for career. Because when I work so much for something, now who tells who when I can't say where achievement? Dear Gusun, when I can't say achievement. He's a teacher by profession. If my memory serves me right, because my own saying it was what paying. So he's a teacher by profession. So be a side where achievement. Say naked now support now. Will you brand these things as achievement?
Oh, now President is also qualified for the World Cup.
Koku, you qualified for World Cup. Pen Chrome how you bought semi-finals and a quarter-finals. Say about quarter-finals. It is all qualified for World Cup by achievement. Tell so a teacher ni. Then just said no more good achievement for Ghana. Now because I was in our town because Kurt is DIABY president or a second vice INT or Senate Georgia every year into a time. Oh, come in football in a year, no. Then we are not so hypocrisy, no. Or we are not as I say, young mom pie from Ghana football. Namisuru Baku Krasi in so to me, Brandon, some Uncle George can't say by someone. Say topic, only a somba could crowd, not a single one. Fry a Chinamon class on it. Mon cover beer because only a someone. How do you defend this? Are you being serious?
And seven on. So I say, was a can't no create a champion for beer. We may be out of passion and emotion. We are not could tear, nipper be nice. Ko Cromano, as a 7 periods, and no could figure create be deemed in all. And ma and go be any no correct abon sound. Cause shake topic. This is said a Ricardo can one a teacher, a journalist. And the journalist no 7 periods say oh compare ma achievement. Eya de ava no semeti. Sabe ko go ebia menya 10 reader. E da me 10 readers no have achieved something. But Sabio, ebia kwaku a day ebia you spend more than 10 readers. The madam child 7 I don't expect you to be might be happy because appreciate me at least I did an effort by giving you something.
Maybe I'm also here angle now most of feedback.
It's here angle sir.
No Kasama the football association.
And two Kasama switching now sabi. Bad want to say okwasia etuna nareka ye burundi. Onyazafo.
That's
the thing. Where what I came money. Oko I did so say man kana yu'min billahi wal yawmil akhir. Falyakul khairan aw liyasmut. So what je atemudedi. Now what they say and me deba ebubu atenya. I don't be on no crepa papa and I can do that according to the Quran. It is a nay we are check topic. Nanny uni feka masa semna and nay Georgia free air Twitter no man slide. Look, me I'm not saying that Georgia free mo saying too. But choosing between two devils because any time of the free mo power, not the same thing. Because then the chiwa power no. Na collab na wow stars. You to my mu now our stars players or you know kakra bia Richard for him that na ukọ Ghana league ma one the best goalkeeper in the league but near friend national team and they akwa got na oyerepa no osun Edwin no wow stars na Mpumalanga Black Aces because he was with a Kudenchi that's why he was being called up but that time Mpo ni yesu no na our West in tournament you see a qualifier we qualified for the first time in the World Cup under Kuzenchi. Yeah, in a group and USA, Czech Republic, and then Czechia, and the eventual winners, Italy. You read that tournament to Brazil in a year free more in the round of 16. Yes, I'll qualify PM to the next tournament. No, we did something and not a be Emro so in African teams in the World Cup. Morocco in the last tournament, but it will be Emro quarterfinals. We know the circumstances Ghana young could prove the semi-finals. That time, no one in the FA present. And under 20 years, some are called part of my Ghana became the first country from the black continent, Africa, to win the under 20 World Cup. But you know why in charge? 2009. But you know why FA Cup? So you expect with the 3 years, not that time, no mere advice, no, to be happy and contented, say. And your football no drained it out to the extent whereby they know all the assistant players be. Some of them could appear. So I remember. Those players look, there's something peculiar in all of them. They were all playing at the apex of European football, world football like they were Champions League winners.
Yeah, two men cried to them. I mean, call maybe sorry, so I'm a World Cup. World Cup, Shakira
and a boy.
Bana boy.
And you mean the DIABY. Maintain Shakira and Bana boy.
Ne Bana boy. My family call so no bar no mama kasa no wate. Na ya kwe ni na bibi akwe mesro me yobia sremo pa obaso ana walo TV set no. 0206 334646 0206 334646 0206 334747 0206 334747 no betimi afre na oro wadwencha aba na koma wodo na ye di no na bibi adedade nti omo ready ana mama call audi kan udi ni baby afre yes audi ni baby afre right with you
Look at everything man and senior my channel. Not that I like not only people. As not your friend. You're going to talk to so look at President Benjamin Family. Oh, the young friend. Oh, the keeper wanting you put a young friend on. A Ghana young man of play. So that animals in the
Madonna Yamenta, Mary and I'm in far for the any baby Alfrefi. Hello, call out Sevenka. Hello, dear baby Alfrefi.
Because the free Ada or greater
me too. Me too.
Oh, the Ghana for your pen question. I'm pen question. Because call up way, me cram and me yes I call up. Day in day out, the sweat players are bomb or model. And yes, sir, Ghana for me, I am team one. So that say, because it will be a year, they say 1 pound in a car. obi ya di pa na onim se o ya de ni ye na wakofa obi a no on do ni standard a se wabu na bem
no crepa
bitie mu pa
mate yara asime hwe na me fa foforo me ba jo odi ani baby afrefi
hello me
yeah.
ba to
kola ma na so kakra ma wa o dey brother
Edi Agogo Junior, me kasa free dem atu ajasko.
Yeah, Mano Agogo dem meet you.
Yeah. About your Black Star squad no da be ni de beta.
Your squad dey last time na anyway cause will say at middle of this month. Omo the provisional man list ne beba.
Na so ye Ghana Premier League officiate no omo hwe no mo tutu ne mai. Officiate ne bad pa.
Mate, ma me hwe na me fa foforo na me nkomanim. Call out Dini baby Afrefi.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, sir. Also, Kasafi. Eastern region. Me part of me to be low TV no na tie me awa ne anko anim.
Yeah, I'm the one say papa na e shake. Last minute in Telebo with the enter na ya ampa work for. But they do see car for the content. Fast forward, na ampa just for the corner, no only for the father na. La bitale se am caso mo po ye frente ata ko kusikana. They are no my account basically interesting couple of amas. That achievement do kan Ghana agenda 20 down. Ghana agenda 20 work up down. You are qualified World Cup that Agba ko be ni as compare you didn't qualify and you for quarter final and on the boss. It is obi ka we no say be you ma. There was so yam. Taloni yam ni.
Mate, ozo ni yam entra, men fa foforo, di ani baby Afrefi. Hello, caller. Hello, caller. Caller out to me kan. About your Dini baby Afrefi. About your meet you, Jabos to meet you.
Okay. Kana no. Kwana kana. We were in so yeah, I had a problem. You can
Oh, Mate, I was online in Tracy. Mamma men far back home, you know, be na yanko. Call out Udini baby Afrefi.
Because few. Thanks.
Kuruzi as you call for surgery, baby, I back and forth, being at the idea. But what come to me?
No.
Mate, ma men fa ba kum twato na yenyana. Yenko. Men fa ba kum twato na yenyana yenko. Last call out Dini baby Afrefi.
Your friend me Jables because the Kupoja magazine.
Jables, who na twato yenko.
Mpacho, mbese me ho update on Muhammad.
I don't know say America Kuruzi as also kono surgery but ayezo obeye on person obeye ni ade but what come do ntimi nkobi.
Wanko bebe me ya pa.
Ntimi nko.
Pamcho na mbwa.
Mate. Ebe na ye di hu dwumaye. Ma ye mfa ma you a quick one na yenko. Na membo what come na nko for you quick one yenko.
Yo ko say American for me I think say shake topic cuz don ko kana no too because call up him say cooked. Because we call up is more like say a dress rehearsals. We just follow inclusion combo. Oh yeah, the main squad no. There are a lot of ifs and buts. I was our collab. So I find there's no way na to me can a friend that. Because you cannot reject us several times. And they are who's what free Belgium could PM of Brazil and they who's a chance of playing for the Belgian national team a close on. And they also open.
That's it. Atena meze 70 buare but the crewman if you na kokura as can so that when you be din na akwakoda America about the latest World Cup song Shakira and Pena Bobo we are one muntie na ya boche be say sha na me show bibia